Hey people, how y'all doing today? So today is Sunday, the 9th of February. So let's get this started. All right, just had to adjust a couple of things and things like that. So first of all, let me just say to every one of you that's watching, peace and blessings. As always, um, I wish you all the best in all areas of your life. And, you know, I hope your Sunday is a great day. So, um, you know, uh, I'm just going to talk about whatever comes to mind. No rhyme, no reason. However, if there's something that you would like to say, put it in the comments and let's get a discussion going. So, anyways, how's everyone doing? Please let me know that you're here. Let me know you're in the building. All right. Club Thrillers Pink. Why homeless? Well, so I did a video of that. So the short story of that is this: is that um, because of a circumstance, rather that I unfortunately um, have had to gone through has put me in this position, in as well as I've exhausted my savings and other things. But like I said, the short story is it's just circumstance and the way things have unfolded that have put me in this position. So that's basically the short story. But if you want to check out the video of me being homeless, go to my YouTube channel page and you'll see the title Homeless. Click that, and that'll tell you the full version and probably give you a little bit more. But, anyways, that's the short story. So, so by the way, while you all are coming in, please make sure to smash that like button. Just hit that like button. Hit that like button for me, okay, for the algorithm so that it will share it out to many, 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 many people. All right. So that will also help me in my process. Oh, and I have to give a shameless plug. All right. So if you would like to donate towards me, and especially my goal of trying to leave this country. And by the way, I'll touch a little bit on that. By the way, so basically, um, my goal is to raise, shall we say, more than £3,000 to leave this country so that I can head back uh, to Thailand so that I can live a much better life. And this will give me the start over that I really, really could use and need. So, my plan is to do reverse engineering. And in order to reach that goal of, shall we say, three, or better yet, 4 or 5,000, which, obviously the more the better. Um, well, obviously, with four, all I would need is 2,000 people to donate £2. That's it. Just £2, just 2,000 people, right? Once I can get that, then I can, pay for the ticket. I can pay for a place. I can have, enough money to sustain me. Uh, and again, just start over and also bring the kind of content that I think would also help my YouTube channel to grow even further. So That's basically the backstory with that one. So, and as well as if you would like to support me on PayPal, as you can see, the information is right there on the banner. Okay. Uh, so it's PayPal me slash the Mikey story. Okay. If you guys would like to do that, you're more than welcome to put any amount that you feel um, that will, help me in my situation, and as well as, for example, even though right now I'm staying in a hostel, but if you would, like to donate, that I stay at a hotel. Um, again, you can use the PayPal, and I'll even, go to a hotel, do a video about it, share my experience, dedicate the video towards you. I won't use your government name, but at least I'll do that for you, if that's something that interests you, or if you just simply like to donate whatever it is and you prefer to use PayPal, feel free to do so, and I will put it towards my goal of basically getting out of England and heading to Thailand. So there you have it. I hope that explains everything. So, how's everyone doing? Please let me know you're here. Once again, smash that like button. And yeah, let's get a discussion going. Um, I'm obviously here at the coffee shop. I'm not drinking coffee, I'm just drinking some tea. Mm, 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 mm. Yes, indeed. Mm, 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 mm. Wow. So, I just wanted to touch upon a thought for a second. I believe I did a video on this. A matter of fact, I'm gonna go check it out. But I believe I did a video on this. But I just wanted to touch upon this because um, it's basically about love and relationships. And I tell you, um, I find it very, very interesting that there are so many people who think with love and relationships that it has to go this way or it has to be this way in order to get to this, or it has to be this to get to this. Or there's some people who will say, for example, um, if you meet this kind of woman, it's going to last and it's going to do this and it's going to do this. And I'm here to say, no, no. Um, and I'm going to explain why. Um, in my 56 years of existence, okay, the one thing I can tell you for sure, and this applies to everybody, is that everybody, including myself, is subject to change. So, what do I mean by that? So, for example, um, how you were in your 20s versus how you are in your 30s versus how you are in your 40s versus how you are in your 50s. Um, Certain things about your life, how you go about it, you're going to evolve, right? Or shall we say, you know, the type of people that you probably might have gone for back then is probably not the type that you're going to go for at this stage. And even, someone that you met, you like, um, you're subject to change, even being with that person that maybe you notice certain things about them, or maybe it's just you that, you know, you don't want to be in the relationship for whatever the reason. And it has nothing to do with them. It's just you're going through your own probably struggles, or maybe you're going through changes. And because of the changes, you feel like they don't fit in as part of those changes. And of course, for that person who may be committed, it sucks. But again, um, that still does not negate the fact that you're subject to change, you know, and I'm subject to change. And sometimes, that's just one of those things that you just have to look at it and say, it sucks. But you know what? Life goes on. That's all. You know, some of y'all might get your heart broken. Some of y'all might feel like, why? Or some of y'all might feel like this is unfair or whatever it is. But the bottom line is you can't make somebody feel or do something that they don't want to do. That's all. And it doesn't matter how logical you think. It doesn't matter if you feel it should have made sense this way or not made sense. No, it doesn't work that way. You know, if someone feels the way they feel and they've made up their mind, sometimes you just have to learn to bite that bullet, as tough as it might be, and just say, okay, it's time to move on. That's all. Salute to Rolling After It. What's going on? How you doing, brother? Cheers to you. All right. Mm. Mm. Drinking some coffee. How you doing, man? What's going on, man? What's on your mind? Talk to me. What's going on, man? How you doing, man? How's your Sunday? Yes, yes. So, yeah, but so if some of you would like to come and just have a talk with me, um, I might just drop the link so that you can do that. However, you must cam up in order to do that. If you cannot cam up, I'm sorry, that's just not going to work. If you cam up, we can have a real conversation, and we can take it from there. So, anyways, so like I said, I'm thinking about doing a follow-up video to that because I just wanted to share something that I think is interesting. Um, and even though I touched upon this, but you know, I would like to just expand a little bit more about it because there's a young couple that I've met and gotten to know while I stay at the hostel that I'm staying at, and they work at the hostel, which is cool. But what's interesting is, you know, she's an attractive woman. He's a cool guy. Matter of fact, very cool guy. And what makes it interesting about this dynamic is that they've chosen to stay together, be loyal and go through life, even as low as it might seem, or it might seem like, it's not the ideal situation, or it might seem like they should have this or they should have that, or even let's put it this way, or it might seem like with her, she shouldn't even be with this guy given his position. And the same can go for this guy, that it could seem like he shouldn't even be with this girl because of, you know, whatever the reasons. But at the end of the day, they choose each other. And so I'm thinking of doing a video where I just want to, you know, um, just talk about that. Um, okay, Del Boy, listen, if you're going to be rude about it, um, I am not going to answer your question. So I suggest you, you know, fix yourself, you know. Otherwise, um, if you cannot, be rude or, this is your way of trolling more or less, then I'm just gonna have to ban you. Simple. So I'm gonna give you one more chance to, you know, fix your attitude because that ain't gonna work for me. No, that ain't gonna work for me. Um, I've said it once and I've said it again and again. I will not tolerate, um, you know, all right, well, have it your way, sir. Have it your way. Right. And there you have it, folks. You don't want to listen? Then you feel. That's a simple answer. Okay? You want to be rude and think that you could just say whatever? Nope, I won't tolerate it. If you want to have a measured conversation, yes, I could deal with that. If you want to have constructive criticism, cool. I am totally fine with that. But the minute you start with the really shitty ass trolling and you want to have rude comments that you think you're trying to be cute or you think, you're trying to um, insult me, I don't have to put up with that. And I don't have to argue about it. So I just give you the warning. The warning is, look, that's not appropriate. And I won't put up with it. And I give you one more chance. You still want to continue? I ban you. Look how easy it is. And this is why I say my peace of mind is more important than to be dealing with bullshit or to be dealing with people who, just basically want to be a jackass. No, no, unacceptable. So, um, and I will always say this: you must respect the host. If you don't respect the host, you're out. No arguments. That's all. No arguments. I don't have to put up with anybody who I feel is going to be disruptive, who is going to be doing shitty ass trolling. Nah, I don't need that energy. You know, some might say, "Oh, well, they're just trolling and they can't help it, but they mean what?" No, 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 no. You know, I have the right to regulate who I feel is appropriate and who's not appropriate. Whoever don't like it, guess what? Go to another channel. It's that simple. It's that easy. You know what I'm saying? That's all. That's all. Mm. Other than that, if you ain't, if listen, if you ain't putting up a bunch of money, or if you want to troll me very bad and you don't put at least 50 pounds in a super chat or more, you know, then what's the point? What's the point? Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Anyways, so getting back to what I was saying. So getting back to what I was saying was that I just, you know, think with this couple that it's interesting to see how they're together, and it just shows the very point that I'm probably going to do a video talking about love and relationships. So I have a few. By the way, speaking of YouTube, I have a few ideas and a few things that you'll see coming up on this channel. So please be on the lookout for that. So for those of you who are watching who have not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. Excuse me. Please hit that notification bell so that you'll be notified each and every time a new video is uploaded, and as well as give the videos a like. Hit that, right? Share this video with your family and friends, and leave me a comment. Excuse me, let me know what you think, and all of that good stuff. And I would gladly appreciate it. And speaking of this YouTube channel, let's get this channel to 5K. Let's get this channel to 5K subs. Okay. Of course, I'd love to get it to 10K, but let's do it in increments. And by the way, for every 1,000 that this channel hits, we're gonna celebrate. All right. So for now, let's try to hit 5K subscribers. Okay, let's try to hit it. All right. So at the time of me speaking, right now I have 2. 2.5, yeah, 2.5 subscribers. So yes, let's see, 215. How did you become homeless? Poor money management. Not exactly. By the way, I did a video about it. Let me go ahead and um, put the video in the chat, so I don't have to keep explaining the story over and over and over and over and over. But I will give you the short version. So uh, just bear with me for a second. Let me get that video for you. All right. Let's see here. Go. Let me get that video for you. All right. And there we have it. Okay. Right. All right. And then here's a follow-up video. Okay. All right. Here's a follow-up video. So those two videos basically will explain, or rather would answer your question. All right. So, yeah, so please click on the link to both those videos, and that should basically answer your question. Oh my goodness. Wait a minute. Stop the press. Hold on. I gotta do this. I have to do this before anything. I gotta do this. Fern Unfiltered is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. And what can I say about Fern other than I love you, Fern? And you know, I mean, I love you like family. And you know, and by the way, speaking of family, please give my niece a big. Oh my God, people! Let me tell y'all something. Her youngest daughter, I tell you, has the most cheerful way. I love that little girl, man. Oh my God. She has the most cheerful way of just you I swear to God, like you could be in a really crappy mood and being around her, you will literally forget about it. You know, that I mean, oh, she's just yeah, she's just great. She's I love it. I love it. Anyways, but yes, please give Miss Little Hannah my love and the rest of the kids. Tell them I say what's up and all that stuff. Oh, and tell hubby I said hey and all that good stuff. All right. And oh, and by the way, I'll text you on the back end. I'll text you on the back end. Um, yeah, yeah. I'll just leave it at that. I'll text you on the back end. Um, but yes, but speaking of Fern, please, I encourage each and every one of you that's watching this video, even on the replay, go subscribe to Fern. Check out Fern. And by the way, speaking of Fern, yes, I'm going to do the shameless unplug on her behalf if she doesn't mind. Okay. But, anyways, um, she does real estate, she does a bunch of different things. And trust me, she has great resources. If you're in Pattaya, so if you need a place like a condo, you need whatever, um, definitely go check out Fern. Okay, she also has her own business. All right, so definitely go check her out. Like and excuse me. And so what I'll say is this also is when you get a chance, um, and if you're in Pattaya, um, please, if you need certain things, definitely hit her up. All right. All her information will be in the description of the video and as well as her profile. Please check out Fern Unfiltered. And also, I gotta say this as a family member, be respectful because if I have to hear about it, it's not gonna go down good for y'all. Mm-mm-mm. No, don't do that. No, seriously. But anyway, seriously. But anyways, right. So there's my plug because Fern has been she's been that woman, you know, towards me. And she actually was my real estate agent. She's been a friend. She's been a sister. She's been so many things, and I can't thank Fern enough for Fern just simply being Fern. So yeah, but once again, y'all go check out Fern. That's my plug to you. All right, so let me see what else she's saying. Let me see. Life has lessons. Nothing stay. Yes, yes, yes. Thank. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes, indeed. Um, you know, this is something Fern. This is a lot of the. Excuse me. Let me just wet my throat a little bit because I'm getting a little dry. mm, mm, mm. Excuse me. Yes. All right. So this is, to be honest, this is a lot of the reason why I put my life on YouTube, because I'm here to share my story, whether it's good or whether it's bad, whether it's indifferent. You know what I mean? And so this is why, I also said previously that one of my goals with my videos is, if I reach one person out of that video, I did my job. Trust me. That's all I got to do is reach one person. And whatever life lesson you could take from it, believe you me, is a huge blessing for me. You know what I'm saying? It really, really is. Um, and this is why I continue to do what I do, because I'm just here to share my story. And whatever you want to take from it, that's completely up to you. You know what I'm saying? Um, but as long as, if you felt like you took something from it, then I did my job. So yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you for saying that, Vern. Oh yes, 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 yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. What's Baby Blue save? Da, 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 da. Okay, 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 okay. Limited benefit. Yes, yes, yes. Early stream. Yes, yes, yes. Um, yeah, I'm only gonna be here for a couple of hours, and then I got to get going. I got some things to do, so that's why I wanted to start early. Any other time, um, I would have just started the stream and just kept going till, basically the wheels fall off, kind of thing. Anyways, um, yes, indeed, yes, indeed, and so, you know, I've explained this many times, in my videos and things like that. Excuse me. Um, and so the key here is, however this turnaround is going to happen, it's going to happen on its own time, its own merit. But as far as I'm concerned, it's going to turn around. And that's me putting it into the universe, right? So I'm not worried about it. As long as I'm not worried about it, I know it's going to happen. That's how, I feel about it. That's how convicted I am about it. And it's going to happen. So, I hear your limited benefits. Okay, okay, okay. So, if any one of you would like to come on up and just talk, um, you know, um, you're more than welcome to do so. However, um, the only thing I ask is, you must cam up. Simple. You must cam up. Other than that, if you feel like you can't do that, I can't help you. Sorry. But that's just the way I feel it's best. So there you have it. Okay. Right. So, yes, there we go. All right. So, what's on you guys' minds? Yeah, let's talk about what's on your mind. Um, so, oh, and speaking of something, so with the buy me a coffee, I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you who have donated to my cause. Okay, and like I said, I'm going to see that goal. I'm going to see that goal. So for those of you who would like to just donate £2, that's it, just £2. Um, the link is pinned up to the top of the chat. If you would like to donate, you could buy one, you could buy two, you could buy three, or you can buy as many coffees as you feel like buying. That's going to help me towards my goal of leaving this country and coming back to Thailand. And I'm sure that, uh, you know, Fern has put in her prayers and everything for my life to turn around. At least I hope so. Anyways, oh my God. All right. So what Gareth has said, you're having okay, Gareth. Well, if that's how you feel, it is what it is. But you know, what I will tell you is this: is um, I look at this. All right, let me just say this. This is how I look at it. Right. Um, hey, my guy. Look at this. TMI. What's going on, brother? What's going on? Salute, salute. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Anyways, so all right, let me just share this with you, Gareth. Okay. Um, right now, I don't have a job. I am looking for a job. I am doing everything that I can. Um, However, I will also say this in case you don't know this, which I have shared before. Um, I am monetized on YouTube. I don't get a whole lot, but what I do get, you know, something is better than nothing. Um, I am a musician, and so I do, you know, play here and there when I get called for it. Although things are slow, but that doesn't mean things can't pick up or something can happen. Um, Other than that, um, here's what I'll say to you as far as what you're saying. Um, the whole idea is this: is when you're a YouTuber, okay, this is how you have to kind of look at it, right? You could have, let's say, 10 people, right? If you have 10 people who are willing to help you donate towards your cause and towards your goals, then even if you have 1,000 subscribers out of the 10 people, then that's what matters is the 10 people. So that's how I look at it. It's not so much you may think, I don't have enough, um, but at the same time, that does not mean that I'm not trying to build up to that point because that's the point of me showing up is to build something. Rome wasn't built in a day. Nothing wasn't built in a day, or at least nothing that is sustaining was built in a day. You know, anything that you see that has had any kind of sustained success takes time to build. And so, even with that, um, you have to be willing to take a chance. And that's what I'm doing. I'm willing to take a chance. Now, it's not up to you to say or decide what you think my destiny is or how it should go. No, you can make a suggestion, but that's as far as it goes. You know what I'm saying? But going past that, um, what can I tell you? You know, life is all about taking chances, and this is what I'm doing. I am taking a chance, right? And so, for those of you who can appreciate my chance, you will definitely see the benefit of me doing it. For those of you who cannot appreciate what I'm doing, I'm not for you. That's all. I am not for you. If you don't like the way I'm doing things, why are you here? That's my question. That's my question. So, how about that? Baby Blue, let me ask you something and be honest with me. Why are you really here? And yet you have the things, and yet you're saying the things that you're saying, because I'm not understanding what is your purpose of saying the things that you're saying, even after everything that I've just explained, and you're here. Like, honestly, why are you here? Like, are you trolling? Are you trying to be mean? What? What's up? What's up? Like, give it to me honestly. Why are you here? That's all I want to know. Just be honest. Come on, tell me. Why are you here? That's all. Because if you're not here for the right reason, then go to another channel. You know what I mean? Like, why waste your time coming on to a channel like mine where you're just going to say the things you're saying? And I'm like, why are you here? And especially if you're going to get rude and, say all kinds of shit, you know, I got to ban you. And then, okay, here's another thing. Like, if you're not putting up any kind of monies for me to at least feel like, all right, well, if you're gonna do this and then put up some sort of monies, then okay, maybe I can let you slide. But if you're not doing nothing for me, why are you here? That's all. I okay. Okay. Like, if you really wanted to leave, why would you make an announcement of it? Oh my God. I gotta make an example of you. I gotta make an example of you. Ladies and gentlemen, look, look, look. See, this is what he says. He says, you talk, 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 and explain nothing. I will go to another channel because I have no time for lazy people. You have no time for lazy people, but you came into the channel of lazy people. You came. Hmm. Oh my God. And then his next comment says, good luck, you freeloader. Wow. And then look, look, look. After he says everything about he's leaving, he's still here. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. He's still here. Oh, it's a she. It doesn't matter. The point is, you're still here. People, you cannot make this shit up. I mean, literally, when I tell you, you can't make this. Oh my God, you can't make this up. You can't make this up. Can't make this up. Like, I'm. You can't make this up. You know, you say all of this about you got no time for lazy people, but you came into my channel. But yet you're saying, oh, I got no time, and oh well, good luck, you freeloader. I'm a lady, not a man. Bye. What? 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 Listen, people. If you want to say things like this, I will make an example out of you. Like, here's the thing. If you guys want to leave the channel, don't announce it. Just fucking leave. If you're still here, then what's the point of saying all that? Unless like, unless you're like, like you're saying, hey, unless like you're having a cool conversation and like, hey, I just wanted to say I'm leaving, I'm out, and I'm like, all right, so that way I can acknowledge you, things like that. Okay, cool. But if you don't find no value with what I'm saying, or you think I'm just talking, 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 Why would you need to announce that you're leaving? Just leave. If you don't like something, get out. What do you need to explain yourself for? Like, and that's why I had to make an example of this person, Baby Blue. Mm-mm-mm. And this person is saying, "Oh, you're a freeloader. You're a this. You're a that." Like you really, really know me. Like you really, like as though this person has my number, and we talk, and they know certain things, and blah blah. You don't know me. All you know is what you see, and even with what you see, that's still not enough. And if you had any kind of good sense, you would have at least thought to yourself, okay, based upon what I'm seeing, you know, I really can't say certain things for sure because I don't know the behind the scenes. All I know is what I see. You know what I'm saying? But depending on what it is that you see, you can make, you know, a a a, a general assessment. Yes, you can. But apart from that, you really can't make a whole assessment. But you really don't know me. Like, how does that even work? You know, that's like if I said, um, I know about Michael Jordan's life, but yet I never met the guy. But all I know is what I see on the TV, and that's all I got to assess by is what's being shown. But I really don't know the guy well enough to say I've had a conversation with him so that I could really say, yeah, I know the guy because we've had a conversation and he said this and he said this and or he said certain things that you're not going to hear on the TV, or he's shared some things so that I have a better sense of him, or I have a better idea of, okay, now I'm getting to know the true person. I tell you, some of these people that come onto my channel and think they want to insult and, do all this Kevin Samuels sign language kind of thing. Sometimes, I'm just like, my God, man. Like, do some of y'all even really stop to think about what it is that you're saying to me? Or do some of y'all even care? But I guess, you know, since that's not the case, and you're just coming in here and you're just saying whatever without any kind of thought, or you're just saying things, that's like, okay, what's the purpose? And then when I'm asking you your purpose, you give me a lame answer. Come on. Mm. And that's why I asked the question, like, why are you here? Why are you here? Like, anyways, whatever. All right, so on to something else. All right, so TMI Santiago, let me go ahead and put the link to your channel. Everybody, please go subscribe to my brother. Okay. Um, you know, he's also sharing his life, you know. Um, let me get his channel. Excuse me. He's sharing his life, live, and he talks about all sorts of, things. But right now, he's in Sasua, and and he's telling you how he sees things, how he's going about this, whatever, yada yada yada. You know what I mean? And he's just he's a cool guy, and I would like to encourage each and every one of you to please go subscribe to my brother TMI Santiago. All right. Not only go subscribe, like his videos, share some of the videos, and watch the videos. Please, very important that you watch the videos and leave a comment, all that good stuff. All right. So I encourage each and every one of you to please do that. All right. Also, shameless plug. Um, I would encourage y'all who is watching to please help me by donating at least £2. £2. I know you can afford it. I know you can afford it. Come on. To my Buy Me Coffee. Okay. The link is pinned to the chat. The link is pinned to the top of the chat, by the way. And so it just, that's all you got to do is just donate £2 towards my cause of, getting out of this country, starting over, and having a much better life. That's all. I'm just humbly asking this because, I feel like as though, given my position, it's going to take quite some time for me to get there. And so I just ask humbly because if I can get people to donate and contribute, it will help my goal to reach a lot quicker in that sense, so that, I could definitely be in a much better position that I am in. Um, like I've stated before, one, I don't like being in the cold. London is very expensive. There's just, way, 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 way too many things that, you know, for me, it's just not in my favor, and this is why I'm humbly asking for the help. All right. So, Um, if everyone can please do that for me, I would gladly, gladly appreciate it. And as well as if you would like to use the PayPal, okay, it's right there on the ticker. Okay, PayPal me slash the Mikey Story. If you prefer to use PayPal, you could donate whatever amount you feel to donate, and I will put it towards my goal of getting out of this country and moving to Thailand for a much better life and create the kind of content that I feel would be much better, not just for myself, but I think also for this channel. So that's all I can say. So TMI, yeah, 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 bruh. Listen, man. Let me just tell you something, man. And I'm gonna say this, and I've said it before, bro. I really, really, truly appreciate you. And let me just tell y'all something, man. Let me just tell y'all this. This brother, um, even when the times I've made videos and I've had some moments where I kind of felt in the slumps, I'm telling you, this brother, I mean, has always been consistent in encouraging me, no matter how high, low, whatever. And because of that, you know, this is why I say all it takes is one person, one person. And because of his encouragement, it's people like him that just give me the little bit of the boost or the hope or some sort of encouragement or something positive to say, you know what? Even if it's hard, guess what? You're doing good. You're doing good. Just keep it. Just keep walking in the mud before you walk to that light. Just keep walking. You know, just keep going. You're there. You're there. Trust me. This is what TMI Santiago has done for me, And as small as it might be, uh, in terms of his words or the gestures, believe you me, it really, 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 really helps me. Um, so yeah, so I would just like to say, if we can all have a person like TMI in our lives, who, like I said, just that one small gesture, just to give you that little push, believe you me, it makes life a lot better. It makes life feel like all is not lost. And this is why I appreciate this brother each and every time. And guess what? He makes me he makes me laugh, man. I'm telling you, he makes me laugh, man. Oh my God, man, this guy is quite the guy, and I love him, man. I love him. I love him. All right, so let me see what you guys are saying. Let's see what Gareth said. Sure. Okay. Right. So Gareth says, sure. All we know is what we see, and what we see is what you show. But what you show is what you want us to see. Not many people show things negative about themselves. Well, I mean, let's put it this way, Gareth. Can you blame them? Like, let's put it this way. Um, Sometimes it's not even a matter of um, they can't show it. Sometimes it could be they don't want to show it because they don't feel like it's your business, or they don't want to show it maybe because of they don't want to taint the brand, or taint the the outlook, and they just want to keep it positive. um or maybe they might feel like, uh I just don't think that's appropriate to show. It could be a number of those reasons, and you just got to respect that. So anyways, Alex Bam. Oh, Alex. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yes, brother. Yes, brother. Yes, brother. Oh my God. I tell you what, Alex. I tell you what. I tell you what. I tell you what. Let me hit you on the back end when I get some time, and then this way you and I can kind of, talk about it rather than me, explain the whole thing over and over and over and over. Or if you want to watch, the video where I say, basically I'm homeless, um, and what happened and things like that, you're more than happy to, check out that video, and then you can make your assessment. But yeah, let's talk on the back end, man. And but otherwise, how you going, Alex? Man, listen, cheers to you, brother. Cheers to you. Mm, I'm drinking tea, by the way. All right. And speaking of TMI,
What's up, bro? How you doing this morning, brother?
it's another it's another day.
It's another day in the
It's another
neighborhood, huh?
man. Oh man, I tell you. Hold on one second. Hold on.
Yes, sir.
All right, let me see what this guy has to say. Da, 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 da. Okay, so this guy says there are hundreds of YouTube streamers. Can you tell us when you can get there? What will make your content different? Is it going to be in your music and drumming content? All right, so let me answer this question. Um, I, I have no way of saying when I'm going to get there, because the point is that I'm trying to raise the money so that once I have, enough money, then I can book the ticket, and then I can make all the arrangements that needs to be made to get back to Thailand. Um, well, I'll tell you this honestly. Honestly, is that when I was in Thailand, um, my content in terms of the algorithm, the numbers, the reach, things like that. I mean, it like it's literally night and day for me being here. It literally is. And I'm glad TMI is here because even TMI can back me up on this. But I'll let TMI explain it in a few minutes. But excuse me. But yes, it makes a huge difference. Um, and as well as um, while I'm out there, I mean, you could clearly see the difference between how I move and my mood and how I do things, and there's just so many things. You know what I'm saying? And then of course, um, the like I said, overall the content to me is just you know it's night and day. It's a lot better, definitely. The other part is it going to be your music and drama content? Well, as explained before, I have a separate channel for that. So of course, you know, I will put that on that channel. Which, by the way, the name of that channel is Big Time Drum. If y'all want to check that out, all right. So that's a separate channel, and like I've explained before, that you know, with YouTube, it's not a good idea to put all in one. I can kind of touch upon certain things, but I'd rather be, shall we say, focused on if I'm talking about TMI, and his life, then that's going to be the focus of the video, rather than me saying, well, I'm talking about TMI and how great this brother is. And by the way, I'm just going around the corner to go uh, work with these musicians and yeah, no, it wouldn't work. I've tried it before, and it definitely doesn't work. I could tell you that for sure. All right. Um, anyways,
So
so
womanizer. Just tell them you're going back. You're a womanizer. We womanizer. That's why we're gonna go back. Womanizers. People see, it is people. It's hard to people to imagine that never been there. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come
right,
on.
right.
You know, you
You
can't
know,
explain it.
bro. Let me just tell you something. And I'm glad you're up here, right? Because
Yeah,
what
sure.
I find interesting is this, right? Is it's one of the things about being a YouTuber, and you can also explain your experience. It's like saying you're damn if you do and you're damn if you don't, because just when you know you show the negative, and then people are like, oh, they don't want to see that, and da, 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 yada, yada. But when you show everything else that's positive, it's like you can't win. You can't win.
Right.
It's like if I got up here and I said I'm a womanizer, oh man, I would still get flooded. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a womanizer. That's why I want to get
Right,
back.
right. I'm a womanizer. But if I said, hey, I'm trying to start my life over and blah, 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 and all this positive stuff, like I can't win. I'm like, my God, what's your experience, man?
Um, it's just hard to explain. You know what I'm saying? Especially if people haven't been there, or in a situation like I said, we talk behind the scenes, and
Right, 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 right.
it's I'm telling you it. that's what YouTube brings, man. People want to know your mother's breast size. They want to know
Right, right.
how round her nipples were. Did you breastfeed? They want to know. You know what I mean?
Right,
That's what they want to. I'm sure if they really want to know. You know what I
right,
mean?
right. But it's funny you say that because even if you mention that, you
That's
still
not enough.
can't win. Either it's not enough or you still can't win because guess what? Oh, heck, how can you talk about your mother like that? Blah 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 blah. And then they want to cancel you. And it's like, well, geez, you asked for it.
Yeah. Listen, man. It's it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You can't worry about. You can't worry about.
No, 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 no.
The stops. You know what I'm saying? You gotta
Right.
worry about just keep the foot on the
Exactly.
throttle. You know?
Exactly. Matter of fact, hold on one second. Hold on one second.
Yeah.
Alex Bam Bam. Alex Bam Bam is here, by the way, bro. Anyways,
What's
he
up,
said,
Alex?
uh, I seen that video. You didn't say what happened, bro. How exactly did you end up in the situation? I think if you talk, well, in fairness, Alex Bam Bam, I did say that in the video that I had a situation that I couldn't disclose for legal reasons. I did say that. And so, maybe you might have missed that part. I don't know. But anyways, but the point is that that was the reason why I ended up in the situation that I ended up in. And it's just unfortunate. And it's just one of those things that, you know, um, I I did the best that I could, and in the end, it worked out the way it worked out. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, so
Yeah.
but like I said, Alex, if we talk more on the back end, then that'd be cool if you're cool with that. Let me see what else he said. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no problem, Alex. Like I said, let's talk on the back end. That's all. That's all. Other than that, man, salute to you, man. Much love. Give Miley my love, and I'm always watching you guys' videos, and I love it. And speaking of, let me go ahead and put the link to uh,
Alex.
Yeah, let me go ahead and do that. That's my
Uh,
brother.
he's a good dude. I'm kind of shocked that he would go into detail asking that many questions about your situation instead of hitting you behind the scenes. That's just me.
Well,
Because like I
well,
said, I speak to you quite frequently, and I didn't ask you in detail. Like
I
you know what I
know, I
mean?
know, I know, I know,
So,
but,
but I,
but
I do get why people
correct,
people
correct,
want to know.
correct,
It's like
correct,
Star
correct,
Wars. It's like if you're leaving so much out about the Empire and the
right,
Force, and you're just standing there. People want to know, hey, what's going on? What's that glowing stick that you're holding? What's what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
So I get it. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm,
saying?
mm-hmm,
But
mm-hmm,
I don't know.
mm-hmm.
Everybody has, like I said, everybody has their YouTube moment. Like we all watch on YouTube, so they, sometimes, this is a show, so people get caught up in the show
Mhm,
sometimes.
mhm, 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 mhm,
Me
mhm.
per se, though, I would have, if I had your number, especially if it was like, say, Alex or anybody else, I'd have been like, oh shit, let me hit him up. Let me see what's going on, my bro, man. You know what I'm
Right, right,
saying?
right, 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 right,
Like, don't
right.
don't ask on here. You know what I'm saying? That was kind of
Mhm.
shocking.
Well, you know what? No, but I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. Um, to be fair to Alex, um, it's quite obvious that he didn't quite keep up with me, because obviously, if he kept up by watching the videos, he would have had an idea, and I'm pretty sure that his question probably would have went a little bit different, or he might have reached me on the back end and said, hey man, I just felt a little concerned, just tell me what's going on. And yeah, he and I can talk, no problem, man. Trust me, that's my guy, through and
Yeah,
through. You know what I'm saying? But no, I have no problem with Alex
I,
asking. And
I just said
as you can see,
I wouldn't have. done it on YouTube with those
Right,
those
right,
type
right,
of
right.
questions. Not if I had your phone number. I'd be like, oh my god, I didn't
Correct,
know. You know
correct,
what I mean?
correct, correct.
When I
I
saw it,
don't
it was
think.
shocking. It's definitely like a punch in the face. It's like, oh shit, what happened to him? You know what I'm saying?
Right, right. I
So I
don't think he. No, you know what? I gave him my phone number, but that was like a while back. Um, but regardless, I mean, like I said, I got no problem with him asking. Um, and sometimes there are just some people that they don't know, and when they come on to this live right now and they're finding out for the first time, that's how they know.
yeah,
And and so
no, I hear
I
you.
can't fault him, in that sense. So it's but but at least one thing I could say with Alex is, at least
Oh, he's
if
solid. He's solid.
if, yeah, like
If
if he and I
if
talk, he and I would have a fair conversation. So I gotta give him that much. You know what I mean? Because he's always been fair. He'll tell you like it is, but he's always fair. He's always fair. So
you know what
yeah.
I always say, everybody's got something. It's just a
Hmm.
matter if they're bold enough to say, it, especially being on
Hmm.
YouTube. It's like everybody's
Hmm.
got something. They just
Hmm.
are they man enough to be like, hey, this is what I'm going through. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
Because we all been in that situation where everything was good, everything was
Of
peachy
course,
keen. You know what I'm saying?
of course, of course, of course.
Everybody's is on top in the
Right,
beginning. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Then it's like, oh shit, I'm fucked up. Like it
Yeah,
happened.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Like
Listen,
it's fucked up.
and I mean, and it's funny how we're talking about this because just like last week we were talking about that one YouTuber. Okay, I mean, imagine this guy actually raised the money.
Yeah. You know what though? That's a different type of situation though, with
Right,
different
right,
type
right,
of
right, right,
fun.
right,
You
right,
know.
right.
And
But
then, like I
that's
said, you can't be you
no, no, no,
like
no, no. I'm not trying to make the comparisons, but I'm just trying to make the example by saying that that you're damn if you do, you're damn if you don't. You understand? And he's a like perfectly good example of you damn if you do and you damn if you don't.
right. Well,
Because
like I said, there's no
because
need to.
he has just as much detractors as he has supporters, and at the end of the day, he still made his goal. So I'm like, yo,
Oh, listen, a real one though. And then this is just me, TMI, too much information. I've never been able to keep my thoughts to myself, but it's like a real friend, a real one would be like, what do you need? That you know what I'm saying? Like
right,
that's
right, 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 right.
what do we gotta do to get you over this hump? You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
I'll hit you. If it's that shocking to be like, oh shit, what happened? Be like, I'm gonna hit you as soon as this is over or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right, 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 right.
A real one,
Uh,
like, yo, I'm gonna hit you. This is crazy. I'm gonna hit you. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like,
yeah, yeah,
I
but
got you, dog. I got you.
everybody's got their reasons, and
Yeah.
you know, you just got to choose your battles sometimes.
Like I
With
told you, there's two sides of
yeah,
me. I'm just
absolutely.
like I'm just like Alex or anyone else. Like I
Hmm.
wanna. Oh shit! Like you're watching the show and it's like, okay,
Hmm. Hmm.
I'm friends with you. I got your number. I can talk to you. And then
Hmm.
it's like the curiosity of a YouTuber. Like, oh shit, what
Yeah,
happened? Like,
yeah,
what,
yeah,
what? It's like,
yeah, yeah,
it's curious. It's like the curiosity is killing everybody because it's like, yo,
yes,
they met this
yes,
guy. They know him. He had tons and tons of women, and people want to know. Like, hey, man, like, I think it's a bad bank job that just didn't go down right. That's my assessment. People want to know. I just think you were like in Europe somewhere, and the bank
right,
job didn't go down right, and you got the
right,
Interpol on you,
right,
and I think
right.
a bank heist that just went bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. By the way, salute to Platinum Swords. Also,
What's
he
up,
says,
Platinum Swords? What's up, Platinum Swords? How you doing,
yes,
brother?
sir,
Good
yes,
morning.
sir. Good,
Good
good, good
morning from the
morning to you.
Dominican Republic. Good morning.
Yes, 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 yes.
I think the why though, that's what's killing people. But it's like it's like you're in a situation where you can't be as transparent. You know.
And it's just unfortunate that I can't. Okay, put it this way: this is not a situation where, like, for example, let's say I came here and I was married, separated, and I'm saying I had to go through a really shitty divorce, and because of the divorce, it sucked me dry, and because it sucked me dry, and it put me in a really, really bad position, and because of the bad position, I couldn't recover because I didn't simply have enough to, make certain things happen, and life just happened, yada 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 yada. If I said that kind of story, then obviously people can get it because at least they're like, okay, now we have the full version as to the why. You see what I mean? And
Right.
then maybe they could say, okay, well, this is what it is, this is what it's not. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
people can choose to either support or not support, but at least they have a full version. But when you're in a situation where you really can't disclose a lot of what's going on, it's just unfortunate that you can't get the full story.
Right.
And
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and the only thing you can ask is, I just need for y'all to trust the fact that what I'm telling you, this is what it is. But yet at the same time, I'm willing to be vulnerable enough to show you my life as it's happening. Like,
Right.
but you know, again, you can't please everybody, and that's okay. You know what I mean? I'm
Right.
not here to please everybody, but at the same time, at least I'm saying, okay, I'm showing you my life
Right.
as much as I can show it to you, and it's up to you to say, hey, all right, I'm gonna stick around and see how your life unfolds.
I'll
You know
buy
what I'm
you a
saying?
coffee. Yeah. Just
Or
tell us to buy coffee.
oh, there you go.
Just give me
It
the
costs
damn money. You don't need about it. Just give me the damn money. You don't need to know everything else. Just shut up and give me the money. I don't need to worry about that.
right. There you go. Matter of fact, if you really really want to do some, if
You
you
buy
really are,
coffee.
hey, if any one of y'all want to do some
Yeah, buy 50
bad
coffees
bad.
from me.
All right, tell you what, if y'all really 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 want to be a troll that sticks around, all right,
Explain it again about the coffee because it was once I discovered how to do it, it was very easy.
yeah.
So, you know what? Because it's just not common. You tell everybody else like, "Yo, hit the Cash App or something or
Right.
whatever." But I was amazed how easy it was. So I was
Yes, yes, yes,
like,
yes,
damn, I
yes,
was quite
yes,
happy about that.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. Um, so, all right. So the way it works is once you get onto the home page, okay, obviously you'll see where it says you can buy the coffee, and then you'll see like the number one, the number three, the number five. These are just numbers to suggest how many would you like to buy, and then you'll see a blank box where you could fill in the number, and then once you fill in the number, then it'll tell you, how much those coffees will cost you. However, one coffee will cost you £2. Okay, so yeah, so it costs you £2. Excuse me. And once you put in that one coffee, uh, and you'll see the price where it says £2. Once you pay your £2, off you go. And if you want to leave a note, you can leave a note, and I definitely respond to each and every note that is put on there. Um, but I do thank you. But the one thing I don't do is I don't put anybody's information out there, because sometimes, when you do these buy me a coffee, uh, sometimes you'll see somebody's government name. So this is why when I give thanks, I give it in a general sense so that I don't dox anybody. For those of you that don't know,
I
you
think they
know,
give you the option, right? If you can
huh?
put your name, I think that don't they give you the option if you want to put your real name on there or not? I
Yeah,
think you
yeah,
don't
yeah,
have
yeah,
to,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
You have that. You have that. But I'm just saying, sometimes some will put their name or their email and things like that. But the point is, you know, I don't make an announcement of who or what simply because I don't want to dox anybody. All right. Um, and because I don't want to dox anybody, and obviously that's against YouTube's policy, I just give a general thank you, so this way that it's coming from me and to whomever decided to um, you know uh, 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 donate. So that's cool. Um, so Platinum is saying, "Yo, block these trolls."
Let them go, man, because it's like I said, it's just gonna create bigger trolls. Like I said, the more you address them, the worse it gets. I told you that. The more you address them,
No, 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 but I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this, right? I'll tell you this, right? Here's how I see it. Okay, I see it like this. Like, as long as the trolling doesn't get salacious, I won't block you. If it gets salacious, I gotta block you because you know I look at it this way: if it gets salacious and I'm letting you get away with it, then I'm encouraging more people to do that, and I don't want that. I
right?
don't want. You know what I'm saying? Um,
The hell does
and
salacious mean?
and and I'll always say this, like I've said at the top, and I will keep repeating it. For those of you who want to come and troll, you will respect the host, which is me. Okay, like it or not, you know that's the way it is. Okay, um, I don't have to put up with nothing that I feel is disrespectful, I feel is rude, or I feel is inappropriate. I don't have to.
Yeah,
I don't owe
yeah,
nobody nothing. You know what I'm saying?
nothing. Just
Now,
give the
at the
damn
same
money.
time,
Just give the damn money.
exactly.
Send the damn
But
money. You don't need to know the
but
reason. Send the
but
money.
but at the same time, I will tell you this: for each and every one of you who are coming in here and trolling or saying rude comments and all this kind of stuff, the one thing I will tell you is this: thank you for watching this video and thank you for coming on to this video. That's all I
That's
got to
right.
tell you. Simple. That's
That's
all I
right.
got to tell you.
That's right. You just send the damn money.
Because guess what? Even if you're not going to send the money, you being here, you've just made me money and you didn't know that. How about that?
Just send the damn money.
Yeah,
Oh,
there you go. Listen to TMI.
50, 50 coffees, damn it. Just send the money.
There you
50,
go.
50. That's
You
another thing
know,
that threw me off when it was like you buy one coffee, you buy
matter of
two
fact,
coffees.
right. Matter of fact, how about this? How about this? Stop being the cheapo by coming onto my channel for free and donate. How about that? How about that?
That's why I
You
said
know?
it could be the same person. You never know. Like you know what I'm saying? It's like
Right.
they just go and they could change the name and they just come back on.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? So
yeah, yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
but I mean, you said people have been sending you stuff, right?
Yeah,
Sending
yeah, 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 yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
that's
yeah. They
awesome.
have, they have, they
Yeah,
have, they
that's good.
have. And
That's good.
you know, I'm very, very, very grateful. People are sending, and I'm gonna keep going till I hit that goal. I know
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit it. I know I'm gonna hit it. No
Yeah.
different than with your goal of you want people to hit the cash app and for you to hit the goal for whatever you know. So yeah,
Just send the damn money. At the end of
there
the
you
day, just
go.
send the damn money. I don't want to hear all that shit. Just send the damn money. God damn it. Well, what exactly? Well, when you were in the second grade, like in the second grade, why didn't you pay attention more? Shut up, stupid. Why didn't you like if you were in junior high school and you were taking your English test? Like, why didn't you? Like, God damn, nosy,
Right.
nosy ass. Like, you don't need to know all that.
Right. Right.
You don't need
Like,
to know.
okay, TMI. Like, this is why I said it in a way to say, let's reverse engineer it. All it takes is 2,000 people to donate simply £2. £2. That covers the cost of me going back. That covers the cost of me starting
He said
over.
Google salacious. I didn't know what the hell salacious meant. He said Google it.
I don't know
Salacious.
what he could.
You know, because you said it, and I was like, "What the hell is that?" And he said, "Google it," and I was like,
Who said Google it? He says
"Uh,
Google's salacious. I don't know what you mean. So you're gonna have to expand upon that.
no." You said salacious, and I said, "What the hell is salacious?" And he jumped in and said, "Google it."
No, no, he said Google's salacious.
No, that meaning like that. Google. If I hit Google and put salacious, it'll tell me the meaning of it.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, you understand? You said it, and then I said behind you, "What the hell is salacious?"
Oh,
And then
okay, okay, okay.
he's saying,
No, but it is
I can look
true.
up."
It is true. Listen, like I've had people come on here and said some really mean or nasty or or just inappropriate things, and I gotta block them. I gotta block them. And even when I've given them the chance to say, hey, that won't be tolerated, not on my channel, and I say, hey, I'm gonna give you one more chance, and they still do it, I block them. Simple.
Right.
No arguments.
No argument. Just send the
Listen,
damn money.
I,
Just send the
exactly.
damn money.
Just send the damn. You know what? You know what? I love it. I love it. Just send the damn money. Just send the damn money.
You don't need to
Cost you
know.
£2. The link is clicked at the top. As a matter of fact, it is pinned at the top of the chat. All right. Just go to that buy me a coffee, click it, buy one coffee. That's all you gotta do. One coffee. That's it.
Right.
It costs you £2. I ain't asking for 100. I'm not asking for you to spend 200. Now, would it be great? You could spend 200, 300, 400, 500.
I tell you
Heck
what,
yeah.
your last video was very interesting. I watched it from front to back, and I watched it multiple times.
Okay.
You know, because it was just interesting to me to be like, if I was in that situation of a hostel, it was really interesting. It was like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
just to see where actually you stayed, the whole process. They had the vending machine in there. They had, you said certain times, certain ones they make breakfast.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. At a
So
very
that
cheap
was
price.
that
Yeah,
was
yeah,
interesting. It's like,
yeah.
what if you know?
Like,
I get what why they would want to know, but it's like maybe you got vision problems, maybe you got maybe you're learning disabled,
right,
maybe what I'm trying to say. It's like maybe right. Obviously, can't say what it is, but maybe just
right.
elaborate more on why you can't say it as opposed to what it is. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. You're doing
It's
good. You're
like,
doing good. You're doing
because
good.
like I said, everybody's in those situations. There's only but so many situations people could be in. You understand what I'm trying to say?
I tell you something, right? And I'm glad you said this. Which also is a lot of the reason why I feel like this is why I share my. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do a video about that. Matter of fact, thank you. Let
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, write it
uh,
down. Write it down.
let
Write it
me.
down.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me.
Everybody you
I'm gonna
guys
do
are
a video.
watching, hit this man's coffee, buy this man 50
or
coffees
PayPal
today.
or PayPal.
Yeah, or
Either way.
PayPal. Buy this man 50 coffees today. Let's go.
Come on, come on,
And hit the like button. Hit the
come on.
like button. You don't need to know every goddamn thing.
Right. Matter of
God damn
fact,
it.
hey, listen. Matter of fact, how about this? TMI. How about this? Okay. I would like for one person, just one person, right? Matter of fact, how about it? How about this? I'm gonna call out somebody's name and I'm gonna challenge you to buy me one coffee. Okay. So
50.
the person's name
50.
I'm gonna call out this person's name. Okay. Kumfa. I'm calling you out to say, buy me one coffee. If you can do that right now, you know what? I'm gonna let people know how much of a great guy you are. I challenge you to do that right now because if you can do that, and by the way, I do get notified when it happens. So I'm gonna challenge people to do that every time I come on. So all I need is one from you. Matter of fact, how about this? While I'm on this live today, if I can get three people, three people to buy me a coffee, I'll be happy. See, look how simple it is. Look how simple. That's the challenge for today.
You said your phone has alerts on it if somebody hits you, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Buy the damn coffee.
Right.
I need to know all that
And the
shit.
link is pinned to the chat. Okay, the link is pinned to the chat. Right on the top of the chat. It's pinned right there. Click that on. Buy me a coffee. Just one coffee. That's all you gotta
One
do.
coffee.
Okay. Or buy
One
me a
coffee.
many coffees. How about that? Okay. That's all.
50 coffees. 50.
50. Get me out of this country. God dang it. Just get me out of this country. I'm freezing my nuts off. Get me out of this country.
Have you had any not disputes, but have I'm assuming you're getting along with everybody in the hostel, but have there been any situations?
Yeah, but nothing that you
Disagreement.
um nothing that you can't get over. Like I give example, right? Like yesterday while I was charging my phone, so there was this lady, and there's a table right next to where I was sitting, and she puts her food on the table, and
Oh
yet
hell
we're
no.
huh?
No, I said, oh hell no. Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah. I know. But anyways, and so where she, and so where she decides to sit, so she doesn't have a lot of space to more or less get in and sit, right?
Right.
So she's trying to fix whatever, and I could see what she's doing. The way she's going about it, it's not working. So
It's
I
not
get
working.
up and I said, "Let me help you." And so I just eased the table, and she got an attitude with me. And I just looked at her. I was like, "Whatever,
Yeah.
whatever."
Whatever.
And so the guy who was sitting across the other table, he's just looking at her like that was unnecessary.
Right.
But she didn't give a shit. But
Wow.
like I said, that's just an example of you'll have. I just had like that one incident, but nothing that you can't chalk it up and go, ah,
Yeah, you just move on.
whatever,
Yeah.
whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, or like, let me think. Um, well, this is not so much an incident, but just to give an example of of sometimes people can want their own way, and sometimes you have to kind of let them know it doesn't work that way, kind of
Right.
thing, right? Like one time, this guy. So the 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 bedroom that I'm staying in has like 19 bed like approximately 19 beds, and these are all in the form of bunk beds. So you can have like three tiers. There's two tiers, but generally most of them are like two or three tiers. That makes up a total of 19 beds. And so there's like a split in the room. Okay. um but each room has a window roof where you can open up the window from the top, and things like that. And so the window where I'm sleeping is shut, but if you open up the window on his side of it, you can feel the cold, right? Um, and if it rains, it's gonna wet the place, anyways. So this guy comes in there and he's like, "Man, let's get some fresh air." Da, 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 you know, and we need to open up this window. And yet I'm like, listen, dude, before you decide to do something like that, make sure that you ask the rest of the roommates, because not everybody might want that. And seeing that you're a newbie coming
Right.
into here, you know, always ask, the roommates, hey, is everybody cool with that? Because you don't know, somebody might be sick, or somebody might not want to feel, the cold. Somebody might want to feel like, all right, I would at least like to be in a room where the temperature is nice. But even though his point was to just say to get some fresh air, but the point I was saying was, you know, you can't be selfish in the situation. You got to ask, the rest of the people who are also sleeping in the same room with you, is that cool? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so um, when he said it, he kind of said it with an attitude. And I just had to say, hey, look, man, you know, you got to do it this way. I said, because if you don't do it this way,
Yeah.
you're putting yourself at risk where somebody's going to want to fight you. And we don't want that.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? So when I spoke to the guy in a way to say, look, man, first of all, calm down. Second, you need to have consideration. That's all. Just have
Yeah.
consideration. You know, after a while, the guy just, he eased himself because, he realized, look, I'm not trying to match his energy. I was just
Right.
like, dude, you got to use consideration. You can't just come here thinking, well, what I want. No, that's not how it works. Like if you're in a room with people, you got to consider the room. You know what I'm saying?
100%. Yeah, you gotta be considerate.
You got to be considerate of the room. You know. Um, so another example of that, like for example, um, like now, even though usually in most rooms, the hostel does generally say, look, after 10, you know, you got to keep it down because there could be somebody sleeping and they need to get up in the morning, or somebody's just trying to
Okay.
relax. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And sometimes you might have someone that might come in there and they're just yapping like as though, they're in the public.
Like they're in their home. Right.
Yeah, yeah, and it's like, dude, you can't be doing that. Like, you know, at
What's
least
the craziest thing you saw in there? Like, what is the mind blowing? Like, oh wow, you know what I'm saying? Like, what was like the craziest thing you've seen in a hospital so far?
I'm trying to think.
Where it just like blew your mind? Like, wow. Like, it doesn't have to be such necessarily like a person. It could be like a staff member or a story you heard, or or maybe a nice woman that was staying there. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was to you? What was like the craziest thing you saw or heard in there?
I can't, to be honest, man, I really can't think of anything in that sense because I tell you something, right? Um, when you get to a point in life where you learn to accept people the way it is,
Right,
and you don't have a, for lack of a better term, a judgment filter. Um, you know, you 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 tend not to be too surprised by a lot of things. You know, more or less, you just kind of look at it and you just go, you just shake your head like, why? Like, why?
right.
Like,
Yeah, 100%.
or sometimes it could be it could be a situation of, what are you thinking? Like, was that necessary?
Right,
Or sometimes you'll have some people like, oh my God, man, like, come on already. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
right.
Like, I give
Yeah.
example. Like, I stayed in this one hostel where um, there was this brother, and I don't want to. Uh,
You don't want to
I'll
blow them
just
up.
put it this way. I don't want to. I don't want to say where he was from and things like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't want to do that. But what I'm saying is, this guy had bad body odor, and he literally slept in the next bunk next to where I was sleeping. And so when he would come in the room and he would, take off his shoes, man,
Woo.
his odor would just take the room over. And I would have to go and get the air freshener and just kind of kill off that smell. Um, even though sometimes the windows would be open, but even the windows was just simply not enough
Yeah, foot
because
funky. Foot
because
funky.
that's how bad that smell is.
Wow.
That's how bad the smell is. Um, but and so, just to use that as an example, you just kind of shake your head like, why? You know what I mean?
Are some of
But
them better than others, or
huh?
like are some hostels better than others? Is
Yeah. Like,
yeah.
so like there's this one hostel I stayed in. It's called Smart, right? Smart is in a town called Camden, by the way. Okay,
Uh-huh.
and this hostel. Oh, and speaking of Smart, um, they only allow up to people who are 40 years old, and then after that, that's their
Right.
age cutoff limit. Anyways, but it just so happened that when I booked it, and by the time I got there, it was late night, and the lady, kind of just said, "All right, I'm gonna give you a pass." Blah 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 blah. Yada yada yada. Um, anyways, so with a hostel like that, like, they have a real nice um workspace area, brand new kitchen where it's oven, stove, fridge. There's the cups, plates, silverware, yada 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 yada. There's loads of benches where you could sit and eat, and things like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
There's a TV area, very comfortable couch. There's an area outside you could chill at, you could smoke, do your thing, blah 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 blah. And then with the bedrooms, when you go in, the bunk beds are private, where it's like a makeshift wall. I mean, it's obviously the bunk beds, but they just put like a makeshift wall, so it's private, so that you just pull the curtain, and then you're kind of on your own thing, and You'll have like the night light. You'll have an electrical outlet, and there's a USB outlet. All these little perks. Um, and so that one, oh man, very, very, oh man, really, 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 really nice. Um, so that's just an example. And then the one I was telling you where, I stayed, you know, that one was kind of, you know, it's like staying in somebody's house and they just do the very, very basics, but because you got all sorts of personalities and they don't like to clean up, and you got all these people with, all sorts of habits, and you're just like, oh God, you know.
Gee,
But the main
yeah,
thing is it's a place to sleep and it's cheap as heck.
right. You said it's about $10 a day.
Sometimes as low as seven.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a time limit? Like you can't spend no more than like 30 days there or
14. So
14?
so like with I give example. So like generally with most hostels, the way it works is they give you uh 14 days to stay. Then after
Right,
14 days, um, you can't rebook it again. Um, so the general rule is like you have like another week or 7 days till you can book again. Some
right,
could be 2 weeks, some could be even 3 months, because the whole idea of it is it's supposed to be a very, very, very short stay and nothing long term. However, there are some hostels um, that will make the exception because they kind of look at it as, hey, as long as you're good people, you kind of do your thing, and you know everything is okay, and you're willing to spend the money. We're making money. Hey, cool. And they kind of look at it as, look, it's our rules, our game. Who's going to tell us no? You know what I'm saying? So you could bump into those hostels and as well that they will bend the rules, so to speak.
right. So no matter how much you pay, you still have to leave at the end of the, I guess.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Damn. I was thinking that. I was like, why would
Yes.
he move to different ones? So
Yes.
regardless of your situation or whatever it is, you gotta leave.
Right. Now there is this. There are like two hostels where I could stay at a little bit long term, because they've taken a liking to me that I just come, you know, and I get along with the staff, which is more important. I've never caused any trouble, um, and they're just like, hey, as
Yeah.
long as you know, as long as that's the case, you could spend your money all you want, because they're like, hey, I mean,
You gotta go.
they'll gladly keep me as long as I'm willing to stay. But as long as I keep it the way it is, cool.
So how much
So,
time do you have left at the one you're at now, if you don't mind
huh?
saying? How much time do you have to stay at the one you're at now?
Um, well, this one, they haven't given me a limit, because to them, they're just like, hey, you're good with us, you know, and I'm good with them. So they're like, hey, you can you can keep going.
Right.
So yeah,
Damn.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay. Oh, so they like
uh,
you, so they're like,
yeah, 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 yeah.
you can stay as
They've
long
been,
as you want.
yeah. So they've been they've been good. So yeah, no
Awesome.
issues.
Yeah, that's good to hear. That
Yeah,
they like you that much that they'll be like, yo, we don't care as long as you're
yeah.
cool, helping out.
Yes, 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 yes. So that's how that works. And then of course the the price also now will also determine the area of the hostel or like perks. Thank you, yes, yes, thank you. Yeah, yeah, thank you. The area, just
Are the meals
um,
free?
huh?
Are the meals free?
No, no, but
Okay,
you'll pay a very like for example, um,
$5.
like for example with the hostel that I'm staying in, I pay like £3 for breakfast, and you get like coffee, tea, cereal,
How much is three
bread,
pounds
and
in dollars?
fruit, and huh?
How much is pounds in dollars?
Last I checked, it's usually about the exchange is about for every pound, it's about a dollar 25, $1.30. That's the range. Yeah,
Okay, so three
yeah.
pounds is about $5.
Let me check. Let me check. Let me see.
Because I noticed that you'll say it a lot, and I'll be like, "What the hell is 50 pounds? What the hell is 30 pounds?" I had to check when I was sending the coffee. I was like, "How much am I
Okay.
sending this?"
Yeah. Right now, for every pound, for every pound, it's $1.24 right now.
Okay, every pound is a buck 20. Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. That's about the average.
So is it breakfast, lunch, and dinner there,
No,
or
no,
just
just breakfast. Most hostels generally will just offer like breakfast where it's like a buffet where you know, you can eat cereal, fruit, bread, and they have coffee, tea, and you can have that, you know, as long as you like, or as continuous as you like, up until it's time for them to close it out, and then when they get ready to close out, they see that you're still there, and they say, "Hey, look, last call. If you want to take some more before we close it out." So yeah, but oh, let me answer this question. Okay, so Team Emu says, "Are you planning to go to Thailand?" So that's my yes, it is, but I'm more or less riding on faith that that will happen. I'm riding on faith. So that's why I'm really like, yes, I want to make that happen at least by March, that I'll be back in Thailand. So I'm riding on my faith that I'll have the monies, I'll have everything that's needed to be back by then. Um, so I hope that answers your question. But anyway, so like I was saying to you, TMI, that um, yeah, so it really depends on like where you go, uh, and also it depends like at the time that you book it, because sometimes the prices might be up, sometimes the prices might be down. So it's no different than if you booked a hotel in that sense.
that's awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it
But
seems like you just yeah you're handling it pretty well. You know what I'm saying? I know it's easy for me to say, but your
yeah.
spirits seem like they're up,
Yeah,
and it
man.
should be.
Hey, you know,
Yeah,
you know, hey, you know what? Here's a request I have for you.
yeah,
How about you do a video in Susua where you go to a hotel, spend the night, share the experience of it, you know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
then go to a hostel, share the experience of it, right? And then you do a follow-up video saying the difference between the hotel, and the hostel in terms of what was your experience. How about that?
yeah. I was thinking about that. I was definitely thinking about just staying in a hospital. Probably when I go to Thailand, I'll probably experience. You know, it's very. I'm not gonna lie. I'm curious. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
damn.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So they don't have hostels in
Like, I mean, I googled it like a few times with
okay.
different places, and they definitely do have hostels. And matter of fact, where I live, there are hostels in New York. So there are
So-
hostels. I just never like Philly Dom stays in them all the time.
yeah, yeah,
All
yeah,
the,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah, Philly Dom is
yeah.
he,
Yeah, I'm familiar with him.
he's actually the first dude I heard talking about hostels. I had no clue
Uh-huh.
what the hostel
Hmm.
was.
Hmm.
No, like
Hmm.
I said, all you got to do is worry about just once you get to Thailand, like, how are you gonna execute? Because
Oh,
you're gonna,
I already. I mean, that's an easy
yeah,
answer.
yeah.
Like I said, I already have pretty much what I need to execute. Uh, Again, um, it's sort of like saying, well, not sort of. It is that me being here, I can't make anything happen. I have to physically be there to make something happen, kind of
Yeah,
thing.
of course.
Yeah,
And you got a lot of connects in
yeah,
Thailand.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Pretty sure there's more there than in London, right?
Yeah. I mean, I have something, but like I said, I
Yeah.
don't want to be here. That's the bottom line. Thank
Yeah.
you, Team Emu. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Peace and blessings to you. Thank you so much. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, but for me, um, you know, London. How can I put this? I was never a fan of the cold. Number one. Number two, um, it's very expensive to live here. Very. Um, and just you know, even with the connects and stuff that I have here, mm, I've kind of lost that drive, if that makes any sense. You know,
Elaborate more. What'd you say?
I said, even if I have the connects here, I've kind of lost that drive,
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
motivation to
hundred
try to do
percent.
something, and it's like, you know, like, and then okay, so let me explain it this way, and maybe this will give a little bit of context. Um, like when I was in Thailand, like how I went about my life and how I felt and all this other stuff. I'm telling you, it is like night and day when I tell you.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. Listen, let me put it this way. Like when I lived in Bangkok, okay, the building that I was staying in, is called ID, it's called IDO Ramanine Asok, right? And and you know, and I ended up getting it. Basically, it was a duplex, right?
Duplex.
Yeah, and bruh, and so I was paying like 500 pounds, but considering the amenities and the 7-Eleven and all these things, there's no way I would have been paying no 500 pounds, considering everything that was in this building, infinity pool on the top and the gym and the this and the like. I literally was living a high lifestyle, but of course, according to the ties. But even though for me, as cheap as that was, but I was feeling like a king,
How much is
like a
500
king.
pounds
Huh?
in dollars? How much is it in
Uh,
dollars?
Let me look it up. Should be. Let me see. 500. Look it up. Right now, that's about 620.
Okay. You
Yeah.
were you were staying in a place $620 a night?
No, no, no. A month.
Oh, okay. Woof. Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, yeah. But I'm saying, considering how I was living compared to how I was living here, I mean, you know, I can guarantee you, you take that exact building with everything that it's got, bruh, you're going to be paying at least 6 grand or better
Yeah, I
a
believe it.
month. 6 grand or better a month, right? So what I'm saying is, considering how I lived out there and just the freedom, um, or just something, as simple as, you know, me going to the night market, and man,
Yeah,
I just love going to the night market,
yeah,
and I would get something to eat, chill, and and I'm like, I just love the feeling of just sitting there, and I'm in my shorts and just chilling and eating, good food. There's, good people, and like I could, and I'm just sitting there, and there's a ton of beautiful women just passing my eyesight easily inside the night market, and I'm like, man, life couldn't be any better than this, man.
I can imagine. I mean, listen, bro.
you know, I mean, imagine, bro, like the put it this way, like what it would cost for me to get a meal at McDonald's. That's the price of me paying for 2 meals. Okay, and you know this, you know this. Okay,
100%.
and so like I said, even something as simple as that, I was like, man, like I just felt like, man, you can't get no better than this. This is great. Can't get no better than this. You know,
Yeah, man, yo. God damn.
and or here's another example, like 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 even going to Pattaya,
Yeah,
and here's an example of what I'm getting ready to say. Like, for example, like you go to 808, right? And generally, in the US or even in the UK, usually when you go to a hip hop club, there are just certain things that come with the territory. Um, and, you know, it's not always the most welcoming feeling, to put it that way, right? But even like something like going to 808, and usually like when I would pass a brother, like it never fails. Like everybody's like, "Yo, what's up?" Like it's almost like you get that feeling like, "Yo, what's going on?" Or like you haven't seen them in a while, or somebody will acknowledge you, And I'm like, man, this is like you can't beat that feeling. You can't beat it. Or just like you looking at a chick and you just trying to be friendly, and she's okay with the fact that you just trying to be friendly, and I'm like, yo,
yeah,
you
yeah.
can't make this up. You can't make this up.
No, you can't. No, no,
Can't make this up.
no, not at all.
If
I
I
know
was
what
in the States and trying to do the same thing, oh please, please,
I know what you're
Mm-mm.
saying.
And I'm not here and let me make this clear. I'm not saying none of this to knock the States. I'm just sharing my experience to say this is this is the difference in me being in one place and the feeling that I get from one place from another place. That's the point of me saying this, is just to let y'all know this is the feeling that I get. And so because of the feeling that I'm getting, and I feel like I'm winning, you know, in Thailand, in all areas, I'm like, man, You know,
That's a
that's
yeah. Listen,
yeah,
man. I don't, like I said, I don't know how many followers you have that have not been there, but it's incredible.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So these are just examples, and I'm glad you're here. TMI, because you've also had some similar experiences where you've learned certain things, even for the first time, and even you're like, whoa, wait, it's like this.
Let me ask you a question. What was when you were there? What was the longest time you spent there?
In
Thailand.
in I spent
Woo,
and about a year and 2 months.
woo,
Yeah,
damn.
yeah, yeah.
Shit goes quick. I'm not gonna lie, because I was there 4 months and that shit went quick.
Yes, sir.
I was in I was staying in a place $20 a day, and people were still
Yeah,
telling me like, "Yo, that's too much." I was like, "God damn!" I was like, "Are you serious? Like, what?"
yeah, yeah, yeah.
People were still
But
telling
you know,
me like,
but you know
"Yo,
what?
like, huh?"
But you know what? Here's the thing. I
Got
would have
kicked.
told those people. I would have told those people, okay, if y'all are complaining that this is too much, take the same place that you're staying at and find out how much you're paying where you're staying at, and then tell me if you still think that's too much.
I don't think they were saying it as in terms of that. And there was people that were living there. It wasn't people. It wasn't like friends of mine. No
Right, right,
one in the states would have said $20 a day was too expensive.
right,
No way.
right,
Like where I'm at now, like 65 a day is fucking like a blessing,
right,
especially if
right,
it's
right,
not
right,
close. So
right.
you know what I'm trying to say. So no one was saying like 20 was too much. They were just basically saying like they live there and they know cheaper places with the same amenities. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, yeah, but I think sometimes people have to also keep in mind that just because you choose a place, and there's always going to be somewhere cheaper, right?
Oh,
There's always going to be somewhere that has this or my this always. You know what I'm saying? Um,
always.
that's the property game. The property game. There's always going to be that one place that has something that this other place doesn't have. But at the same time, the same place that you're staying at, they have something that this property doesn't have.
Long as it's got a
And you
bed,
can go back and forth with it.
long as it's got a bed, baby.
Right.
Long as I can put my women up, put my women. That's all that matters is that goddamn mattress. God damn it.
Right. So I'll give you an example. Like with the condo I stayed in Bangkok. Now people could have easily said, "Oh man, you could have gotten this place for cheaper, or that place for cheaper, or this place for cheaper." But I choose that place because it served my needs. That's what you got to consider. It served my needs.
Right.
See?
Yeah, yeah, no. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I truly believe like you got a plan once you get there, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
You got more connections, more. I
Yeah.
think life happens that way. Like, you're in you're you got your group of friends that you had in junior high school. Once you went to
Yeah.
high
Yeah.
school,
Yeah.
it switched.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then you graduated high school and you went to college, and now you got your college friends, and then you got your job
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah.
Then you get another job, you got your other job friends, and then you traveled and you met a bulk of people. It's like
Mm-hmm.
I can honestly say since traveling and being on YouTube, I've met generally good people as opposed to like meeting bad people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
It's been like 80-20. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
80% good,
Mm-hmm.
20% bad. But
Mm-hmm.
it's because that was one thing that was shocking to me. It was like you ran into some pretty really genuine good dudes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. 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 Oh, excuse me. Platinum Swords has asked, have you looked into Cambodia? I'm aiming for there being it's way more affordable to live there. Um, I haven't looked into Cambodia per se, and to be quite honest, I haven't had a reason necessarily to look into Cambodia, even if it might be cheaper.
Yeah.
Um, Only because this is how I see it. Like, just because some places cheaper, um, it doesn't necessarily mean um, that might be for me in terms of the lifestyle and those type of details. Um, for me, Thailand, check the boxes because number one, of the price. Number two, the peace of mind that I get from it. Number three, the connections that I get from it, which also leads into number four, the network. For example, you know, and as well as the Thai people, I meet, all sorts of brothers and sisters out there, and it's good to have those connects and as well that are right there.
Who do you still speak to?
Huh?
Who do you still speak to? Like
In
on a regular basis, like cats that you met in Thailand.
um, hmm, wow, there isn't a whole lot that I speak to on a regular, but we do kind of stay in touch, kind of thing, here and there. Yeah, we do stay in touch here and there. So, like for example, I'm part of a like what's there's the two actually no three there's three WhatsApp groups that I'm part of where all these brothers are in, and you know and I do keep up with what they're saying, or sometimes I might chime in, or one or two might just keep up. Um, but but yeah, it's kind of here and there.
Right.
Um, yeah, but it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, no. Listen, like I said, it's you find out who's who when you're in a situation.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You find out
Yes, you
who's
do.
who. You
You
find
know,
out who's who.
and I have I don't know how you feel about what I'm about to say, but to me, part of it is a shame, and part of it just feels like it's a blessing in disguise. What's your thought?
As far as traveling or your situation.
No, no, no. Like, do you feel like part of it is shameful the way you know how things can unfold in those situations,
I've
and yet
always,
sometimes and yet it also can be a blessing in disguise. Like, how do you feel about it being it
yeah, I
being
get,
that
I
way?
get, I get, I get. To sometimes to build a stronger foundation, you got to start from the beginning. You got to scrap it.
Right,
Start over. You know what I'm trying
right,
to say?
right,
In
right,
every
right.
situation in my life, always been a period where it was just like, okay, I can't get any better at what this situation is. I can't get any, especially in music. There's always something newer in
Yeah,
music.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Better drums, you know what I'm saying, or
yeah, yeah, yeah,
better style of play,
yeah,
or
yeah,
especially with like
yeah.
equipment. The S. We remember the SL board that everybody used to go crazy over the board,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
and now look, that shit is obsolete. Those things are fucking dinosaurs now. You know what I'm trying to
mm-hmm.
say? Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you remember, you've been in bands your entire life, so all we used to talk about is going to a better studio. It was always
Right,
just
right.
like you went to one studio and you were there, and then you like we both remember our first time ever entering a studio. You thought like this was great. This is it. When you
Yes,
step in the
yes.
first recording studio, you're like, yo. But then after like a first couple demos and shit, then you just start thinking, okay, I want to get to that next studio.
Right.
that bigger and better studio or that bigger and better
Right.
show or better microphones. Oh my God. You,
Right.
when you use a
Um,
real microphone, you find out what a real microphone is.
right.
You know
Well,
what
you
I'm
know
saying?
what?
So
I'm
I
glad
still
you brought that up.
yeah,
I'm glad you brought that up because that's a great example. Like my first time going in a studio where there was, it's built where, there's like there's 32, tracks, and there's the big speakers, blah blah blah. There's a dedicated room for this, dedicated room for that, blah blah blah. I mean, obviously, it was like that moment, like, man, you feel like you made it, like, hey, now I'm in the
yeah,
big leagues, right?
yeah.
But after doing it so many times, um, it wears off
Yeah,
because
oh yeah,
now you're not thinking about the studio, like you once used to think about it. So I give example, like after my fourth time going into the studio, I was, that whole being in the studio with the wow factor kind of wore off, and I became more interested in, show me the purpose of this, show me the board, show me this,
right,
I became more interested in the equipment, right? And then once I got to understand the equipment and how this worked and how that worked and how this worked, then it became more about, okay, how can I make this hit record?
right,
How can I make this into a hit? You see? Because
right,
because what's going to matter is once it's on wax and whoever is going to say, hey, that's the final cut, you know, then that's going to be the stamp of that record, right? Um, and it's funny because even with that, like for example, there's many stories, and I'm an example of it, or where you could go into a studio and you can cut your tracks and you're thinking, man, you know, that was all right. But the producer who's sitting behind the board and listening, and he's got the final say in the picture, is going, no, 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 no. That was great. And you're like, man, I could have, no, 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 leave it alone. Leave it alone.
yeah, yeah,
So, and so what makes those things interesting is that it's the story behind the music kind of thing where one time here's an example. One time I was playing on a rock record and the drum heads were just bad, and I was trying to tune the drum heads as best as possible, but the sound from where I was sitting wasn't the way I would like for it to come out.
right.
But from the producer's point of view, he's like, man, I'm good, like leave it. So, right. So even though the sound is not giving me the inspiration, and I'm like, this is okay, and I'm delivering what I need to deliver on the track, and then by the time I get back to the booth, and then the producer plays the song from start to finish, and I'm like, wow, how come I couldn't hear that in the cans?
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
You gotta
And
train. You gotta train your ear.
yes,
It
yes,
took
yes,
me a
yes.
lot of years
So
to.
so right. So what I had to learn was focus more on cutting the song than what you're hearing,
Right.
because what you're hearing is subject to change. Meaning, the engineer can manipulate this sound a thousand ways. You know,
100%.
so so just to give you all a little bit of a technical term, okay? Whenever you guys are in a studio, um, one thing that engineers will always tell you is you never add anything to the track. You want the track completely raw because this leaves them room in the mix to sound this way, sound this way. They can make it sound a thousand kind of ways. They can mix it. You know what I'm saying? So this is why they don't add like a reverb or they don't add this or no. They want the track completely raw. Even if it sounds like crap, they want it raw.
I
Because all they
remember
do is when they get to the mix, then they can fine tune exactly how it's going to come out.
I remember go in the 80s. This is when I was like young, like 19, 20, going to a studio.
Hmm.
And back in that era, it was especially in Long Island, New York, Suffolk County, Long Island, New York. All the
Yes.
studios were all rock studios. They were 100%.
Yeah.
No, there was no studio dedicated to hip hop. So
Yes.
a lot of times, it was the first time these people seeing like a drum machine or whatever. We didn't even have drum machines, but
Yes. Yes. Yes.
we would take it from the basement to a studio. So
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
sitting there, most of the time, the engineers were either rock guys or they were club guys, like house, freestyle music.
Hmm.
So we're sitting there young, black, whatever, hip hop, and
Yeah.
man, you don't know what the fuck you man. Are you fucking
Right.
kidding me? You're like, yo, this is dope. And this one dude taught me, like, it's not the genre. Like, I can hear what it like everything I told him, he understood it in like 10 seconds with me
That's right.
explaining it to him
That's
in
right.
10
That's right.
minutes. So he understood everything. And it took me like a really long time to understand, like, it's not the genre of the music, it's what he's hearing that
That's
I
right.
can't hear. Because he'd be like, it's off beat. And I'd be like, motherfucker, how would you know? This ain't Van Halen. How you gonna tell me, man? This is hip hop. This is hip hop. Fuck
Right.
is wrong with you? This is hip
Right.
hop. He'd be like, but the timing, the sequence is off. And I'd be like, get the fuck out. And then lo and behold, like I would have to give it to the dude. Like, yo, I learned a lot. I'd be like,
Yeah.
when I came back, I'd be like, yo, you were right. So it didn't
Yeah.
matter if he was in a rock band or not. He still heard the shit that was off beat, and he was like, you can leave it like that, but I don't know if that's what you want, but it's off. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here, no. And
Yeah.
then years later, I ran back into the guy, and I was like, oh, you were right, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like an engineer is an engineer, no matter what genre of music it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And took me at least 15 years of doing music to be like, I can hear what they hear now. You know what I'm trying to say? Because
Yeah. Yeah.
most people don't know all these songs that they heard, all these legendary songs.
Yeah.
There was most likely like 4 hi-hats, 4
Yeah.
snares, 6 kicks. It's called layers. So
That's right. That's right. That's right.
you know what I'm saying? So that shit was like,
All in one. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
I
And
put
I
them
never
together.
knew it. One was compressed, one was uncompressed. The other
Mm-hmm.
one had, one kick had a hi-hat in the sound. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
you hear all these songs and they don't know the process of the level of what it took to get to that. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Matter of fact, the other day I was just looking at a video of this one drummer, and he plays for this artist named Brittany Howard. This guy's name is Nate Smith. Great guy, by the way. Anyways, so he was just telling the story recently on a podcast that one of the songs that's out there that he played, um, he said when he first was playing the song, he used drumsticks, and the producer came to him and said, "Use these chopsticks." And he's like, "What the hell? Chopsticks? You serious?" He's like, "Yeah. Just trust me. Just trust me." But even though he said, ironically, the producer, he himself, all he knew was he had an idea in his head, but he has no idea how that was going to come out until he started playing, right? But all he knew was he had an idea, right? And he said he played the track with the chops, with actual chopsticks. He played it in one take, and the producers were like, "That was it. That's it. Great. Boom." And that ended up being the record.
Wow.
That ended up being the record.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, catchy is catchy, but back to what you were saying originally, sometimes you gotta scrap everything and start over. So,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
sometimes life, I guess, forces you to start over, and sometimes you gotta just, find a way and just, rebuild. So that's why
Yeah.
I look at the situation as a rebuilding situation, because you've been in the middle, of this for a while now. So you can only be stronger. You can't be, weaker from it.
I guess my thing is, I guess I'm just looking at it at this point is I can't get any more lower than where I've already been. So it's going up at this point.
Yeah, for sure.
That's how I look at it.
Yeah, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Buy damn coffee. Everybody hit the like button.
There you go.
Hit the like button. Hit the cash app, or hit
Yes.
the buy the can of coffee.
Yep. Yep.
Buy coffee.
Yep. Buy the coffee. Hit the PayPal if you want to hit the PayPal. If you want to send a super chat, send a super chat. You know,
Correct.
uh, you know, many options, but it will all go towards my goal of getting back to Thailand,
Women,
starting over. Yeah.
women, slamming and jamming, baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
That mattress music.
Yeah. So, do you have a particular goal in terms of with your fundraiser?
Yeah, women, women.
All right. All right.
You know what I like? Let me listen. Since we're getting to the meat and potatoes, that's all they want. That's all these people really want to hear. It's
Right.
about the
Right.
women.
Right.
But I love how. Listen, I always said it. Whether either people agree with me or not about the whole color situation in Thailand, but I just find that it's just so much easier. It's like catching fish with a nuclear weapon.
Okay.
Sometimes I was amazed. I'm like, look at my fucking phone. All these women are texting me, regardless of what I'm giving them or not.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying to myself, like, damn, in the States, there's zero.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing in fucking the United States of America. It's just too hard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It is.
Thailand is like graduating college without ever reading a book. It's fucking great. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like, ah, just that, that. Come on, you know that sound.
Right.
Ah, you did it, girl. Oh, listen, I got one older chick. So I'm not in the older chicks.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my man were just walking. I just wanted a beer. It was so fucking hot. Thailand is hot. And we just stopped in this place. There's a bunch of older white guys in there. These old Ted Kennedy looking white dudes in there. I just want a beer. Waitress comes out. And I was like, damn, baby. Look at those hips and the smile. And you see in the face, she was a little older hair and shit. I was like, God damn.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the service was so great. From
Yes.
you know what I'm saying? And it was just like I got a number and she came over that night and I was knocked it out of the park, clean out of the park. I was like, I can't believe you're fucking 49.
Yeah.
It's like, oh
Yeah.
God
Yeah.
damn. I was like, yo, baby,
Yeah.
you're gonna be put on the list. You're gonna make the team. I love it.
Right.
just that style of pleasure for you get from a Thai woman is just incredible. I keep telling people like it's not so much the body of the car; it's like the pleasure you get out of the ride. You know
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say?
Say it again. Say it again. Come on.
Yeah, it's the
Come on.
the satisfied, to feel satisfied. Like
Come
God
on.
damn it,
Yeah. Say it again.
it was
Yeah.
beautiful. It's just like God damn, you felt like you walk broader. You know what I'm saying? Like broader shoulders. You walk. It just my God. And then it seriously like 1 month. I think I was seeing like 5 women on a regular basis. Well, it was just incredible. It's just like,
So, okay, let me ask you something because you
yeah,
said now, compared to you being in the Sioux versus Thailand,
right.
are you getting the same result or you getting a different result?
Well, I don't know
But
if you ever dated Latin women, but they're
yeah, I
they're
have.
very
Yes, I have.
fiery. They're very, very fiery. But like
Yeah,
I
yeah,
said,
yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
still better than where I live in the States.
Okay, okay, okay,
But like I said, from DR to Thailand, the
okay.
pleasure is you get so much more satisfaction. You get more bang for your buck.
Right.
That's
Now let
what
me
I'm
ask you this. Now, now let's take away the whole you're fat, you're this, you're that. Let's take away that for a second, right? And let's base it on your personality.
right.
Now, if you were back in the States, based upon just that, what would it have taken for you to be able to say, I'm dating 5 women?
What would I have to go through in the States to date 5 women at once?
Okay, let's take away the fact that you're saying, I'm a fat dude, right?
Right, right,
And based on just your personality, right?
right,
What would you say it would have taken for you to date 5 women just based on the personality and let's take away the whole looks. Let's take that away.
right, right.
It's just based on that. What would it have taken for you to date 5 women in the States based on that?
Uh, well, one, a car. I hate to say, in the States, it's just so materialistic. And I think they don't like
Hmm.
materialism anymore in the States. They don't like a man's man. They don't want to take the word of a man like
Okay.
how it was with our parents. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I think in these countries, Dominican Republic or Thailand, they're more old fashioned. I guess not all of them, but there's some. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Because
Right.
it's not
Right.
like. See, me personally, I'm gonna keep it 100 on
Go
the
ahead.
Mikey Story Show.
As always.
But I understand totally why they do what they do. Whether I don't, whether they're selling it or giving it or whatever. I get
Right.
it.
Right.
Like I
Right.
understand.
Right.
Especially when you go to these people's homes and shit, you put it together quick. Like there's
Mm.
absolutely nothing. They don't have nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And
Yeah.
in your situation, there's Thai people that would die to be in your situation that
Oh
you're in
man.
right
Oh man. Oh man.
now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
kind of like a lot of people like they try to like sugarcoat it and be like, I ain't even say fucking sugarcoat it, but they're just like, I don't want a woman that works in that type of field, right? Or that type of. I don't want to be too vulgar on your show, but they don't want to date a woman like that. But
Right.
I get why they're doing that. So the ones that I were with, they were kind of like, they expressed to me certain situations or whatever. But if I went back to the way it was,
Hmm.
which is what I can never do, but if I did, it was just like lunch dates and then nothing else. Excuses. They got
Yeah.
babysitters, especially we're
Yeah.
we're older men, so
Yeah. Yeah.
who has time to play those games anymore? So as
Right.
far as what I look like and I mean, like I said, I see people in way better shape to me doing what I'm doing,
Mm-hmm.
going to where I'm going.
Mm-hmm.
you're in way better shape than me. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, there's people. You know what I'm saying? And I tell people, it's like you don't you don't have to have it this way anymore. You don't have to be. Not to say you're just going to Thailand just for women, but I think it makes everything else better when I don't have to worry about that one thing in my life. Am I making
Of
sense?
course. Listen, why would you? It's. I mean, what you're saying is, why would you want to choose to be in a space where you have to work that much harder
Right.
when you can choose to be in a place and a space where you don't have to work hard at all and you just got to be yourself and that's it.
Yeah, just yourself. And like I
That's
said,
it.
they you know, they Thai women aren't the biggest fat lovers, and I still came out with like seven. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Well, well, let
I
me just
did
okay,
it
okay, but let
myself.
me let me
I was
just let
like,
me just say let me just say something to you because I want to make a good point with what you're saying, right? Um, now one thing I can tell you with my experience being out there in Thailand, right, is the one thing you will learn is even though you know there are Thai women that do want to feel attracted to a guy that they're with, right? However, for the most part, um, most Thai women generally are more interested in how you treat them than it
right.
necessarily is about, well, you're fat, you got too many muscles, you're too skinny, like I give example. I never forget this, right? So one time I was looking at this YouTuber, okay, and he was out with some chick at a bar, and there was this really nice looking Thai woman, right? Shape and everything, got ass, whatever, well put together. And there's this guy, like, he's got this very hard look on his face, and he's not the most attractive or handsome or whatever you want to look at it as, but she chose him. Now, at the end of the day, even if you want to say, well, that's probably a pay to play situation, but even with a pay to play, they can also say yay or nay to you as well.
Yeah, oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
they can say yes or no to you as well.
I've had that. I won a few over.
Yeah.
I, yo, bro, I'm telling you, I feel a connection with Soy Six. Just like, damn. Like I'm serious. I'm like I'm just like a big kid at the candy store out there, just
Right,
running
right,
around.
right.
I know a lot of the mama sons and be kicking it and hanging out, and
Yeah, yeah.
it's just like, damn. Like all these people can't be wrong about going to
Right,
this fucking place. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
Like
right, right.
so many people. I was amazed. I was meeting people that were literally like live 15 minutes from me. That was crazy to me.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
like where do you live? Like holy shit! I said I know exactly where you live. It was
Mm-hmm.
crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It was crazy. That's why I said I don't think enough black people know about Thailand. 100%.
Okay,
And I'm never.
hold, hold
Let
on,
me
hold on one second. Hold on one second.
okay.
Okay, do me a favor. I want you to speak to this guy that just said this comment. Can you see the comment?
Yeah, it said just means the price goes up if you're fat and old.
I want you to speak to this guy.
Yeah, not
Go
for
on.
me. My price goes down, brother. But listen, if maybe it's just the New Yorker in me or whatever, the
Right,
haggler and negotiator. But if I'm gonna see a girl seven
right.
days a week and she charges, let's say hypothetically 3,000 baht a night, a day.
Mm-hmm.
But if I see her 7 days a week, immediately tell her, you're gonna if I'm gonna see you 7 days, that means you're getting paid every day. So you're not accustomed to getting paid every day and just your average and everyday life.
Right.
So I'm gonna pay 1,500 a day as opposed to paying 3,000 a day because the negotiator in me, I'm I'm just trying to tell the face facts, like almost like a wholesale club or something
Yeah,
like
yeah, 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 yeah,
DJ the Costco. So the
yeah.
fact that I'm using you every day because it's ridiculous. I'm not giving you 3,000 a day.
Right,
What I
right,
will do is give you half of what you're asking for every day of that week. So at least you're with one person for 7 days.
right.
And most times the chicks I was seeing, it wasn't even like that at all. It was like, okay, I just want like a one time payment. They're not even like greedy like that. Not all of them.
Right.
Where she'd be like, nah, just give me like 6,000 baht. I was like, damn, that's all you went for like being with me for 5 days? Like, 'cause I had a cold. I caught like the flu out there, and I was like in bed.
Mm-hmm,
I was like in bed for like 5 days.
mm-hmm,
She only wanted like 6,000 baht. You know
mm-hmm,
what I'm saying?
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So the fact that being fat and old, you pay more. That may be the case with certain people. It also depends on the style of chick that you pick too.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? The
right.
type of
Matter
chick.
of fact, okay. Matter of fact,
She can still be a hoe.
right.
She can still be a hoe, but you could pick a nice hoe or a pleasant
Okay.
hoe. You know?
Matter of fact, I'm gonna share this one story, and I'm I'm glad you brought this up. You know, by the way, Timu, thank you for your comment. By the way, because you just opened up a little bit of a can of worms, but that's okay.
Make a call.
I'm good with it. I'm good with it.
Make
But
a
anyways,
Make a call. Take
um,
a question for free. Make
yeah,
the
yeah,
call.
yeah, yeah. And so all right, so check this out. I remember one day, um, I went by the 7-Eleven right by by the mall. You know that one, right?
What is it again?
The 7-Eleven right by the mall on Beach Road,
Yeah.
right? And I went and I got something to eat and drink and blah 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 blah. And so I was um and this was like around 8, 9 o'clock at night, right? I'm just sitting on the edge of the pavement, just chilling, by the beach, and there's like three freelancers like in the back of me, but I can see them on my eyesight. So there was this one freelancer, I saw her, she saw me, and I'm just eating, and you know, and we're just kind of like looking at each other, like, yeah, I see you, and she's like, good meal, good meal. I was like, yeah, 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 just light conversation, no problem, right? So this one Indian guy comes up to her, right? And by her body language, by her look, she was not attracted to the she was not attracted to this guy, right? So the guy comes up to her and he's like, hey, I want to short time you, blah 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 blah. And then he says, how much? So she says 1,500. And the guy's like, well, how about 700? And she looked at the guy like, excuse me? Like, are you trying to, like, did you just insult me by saying 700? You know? So the guy basically kept trying to lowball the price, right? So off the bat, I mean, it was going to be a no for her regardless. And that's why she jacked up the price, because she just simply wasn't into the guy.
Right.
So, um, so the guy, even eventually walked off because he kept trying to lowball the price, and she was like, "Look, please just get out my face because you insulted me at this point. So the guy left. So I'm just watching this situation and I'm just like this. And so she saw me and we started laughing. And she just looked at me and she just said, "You saw what happened." I said, "That's why I'm laughing." I said, "That's why I'm laughing." So then she said, "Well, if you want to short time me, it's just 1,000." I was like, I was like, "Thanks, but I'm just chilling." Um, and she's like, "You sure? You sure? I'll show you good time." Blah 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 blah. Yada yada. And I was like, "Nah, nah." She's like, "No." She's like, "Okay, but if you change your mind, come see me, baby, because I like you. I like you. You cool guy." I was like, "Yeah,
I
thanks,
love
but I'm
you.
just chilling, right?" So
I like you. I used to try. I used to try to train the ones I was with. Like, you don't go so
oh
long
my
with the damn
god.
word. Stop going so far with the word you. You, not you. No, baby, just say you. That was probably the most difficult shit to deal with because my body wasn't my bo- my body wasn't on time. So
Right,
waking up in the middle of the night trying to sleep and they're like on the
right,
phone
right,
talking to that their
right,
mother or some shit, and I'm like,
right,
hey, I want to hear that shit now.
right,
You, no. I told you to stop going so long with the fucking word.
right,
You. That's it. That's how we say it.
right,
You,
right, right, right.
me,
So
you
yeah.
go, you.
So when I was talking with her, um, she said, "Well," she said, "I don't like."
Hello? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Mikey. Mikey. Uh-oh. Mike froze up a little bit. Everybody buy this man a coffee. It's a genuine dude. Good dude. Buy this man a coffee. He's sitting there watching for free. Buy this man a coffee. Testing, testing. One, two, three. Testing. Mikey. 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 Uh-oh. Oh, there's Mike. Oh man, but like I said, a lot of you guys, if you haven't been in Thailand, you definitely gotta go. You gotta try it. Take in the whole experience. I had no idea Mike was there for a year and almost a half. Oh, damn. I think when people, you know, live in these countries, they really engulf themselves into the life. There he is.
All right, there I am.
All
Yeah,
right.
sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm using the Wi-Fi at the coffee shop, so I
Oh, you're in the
apologize, but
coffee
I'm back.
shop. Okay. I was
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
thinking
yeah,
you were
yeah.
in the hospital.
No, 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 no. I'm at a coffee shop. But anyways, but yeah. So getting back to what I was saying, and by the way, thank you for holding the show
Yeah.
while I get it together. Anyways, so what I was saying was this was so I asked the girl, you know, um, why she didn't choose the guy, and she was just saying generally she doesn't like to go with Indian men because most of them, they will try to lowball and they're very cheap. And she said, another thing is that sometimes with these Indian guys, they have a really bad smell, and all these kinds of things. And
Yeah.
so she says
Yeah.
a lot of the times what she does is what a normal price is, she'll raise it because she knows that most of them won't go for it. She said it's very rare that you'll get like, one or two that will actually say yes to the price. And she's like, oh shit, all right, well, let's just do this short time and get it over with. You know what I'm saying? Or sometimes she said sometimes she'll say yes, and then like, you know, she'll text like a friend to call her, you know, and say, hey, there's some shit going on, and we need you, and and she'll do that just to get out of it, um, so that she doesn't have to go with this guy and get paid, and you know, um, rather than to deal with it. So she'll text like a friend and say, hey, I need you to call me, in like 2 minutes, and just you know give me a get out card kind of thing. So she literally was giving me the game. So yeah, but she was like, yeah, normally it'd be like it's like I just charge 1,000. She's like, I like you, and you're cool, and if you want me, no problem. I give you good time. Da, 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 I was like, hey, look, I'm just chilling. I'm just eating my food. I said, but I'll keep you company. She's like, all right, well, but I'm just working. I said, cool, but I had no intention of getting a freelancer. I was just chilling. Um, but she was nice enough to share her story, and and like we can just keep each other company. Like when a guy would come up, and and then I could see her working, and then if it doesn't work out, like the guy isn't interested, and then she just kind of give me that look like, see, another one, right, and I'm like, yeah, I see what's going on, so.
Do
Oh
you do
my
you prefer
gosh.
short time as opposed to long time?
Huh?
With the short time and the long time, do you prefer short time or long time?
It depends. It depends. To be honest, like if I'm gonna do long time, it has to be with someone that I become better acquainted with, or someone that I know a little bit better.
Right.
Yeah. But
I find that
um
cool. Like there's some that I want to be around more. I had a few that were like disappointing. Like I really liked that as a chick. It just didn't work out. I don't know if she
right,
was into me or not, but
right,
others kind of worked out. That's one thing I loved about staying so close to like Beach Road and like Soy Six is like,
right.
the chicks can get out of work or whatever, just come, to see me, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because there's times I swear to you, I opened Soy Six and I closed with them. I might as well been working there. I'm
Let me,
serious.
let
That's
me
why I
ask
try
you
to tell
something.
people like,
Let me ask you
uh,
something. I just realized something that you said. As much as you go to Soy Six, you like Soy Six and the vibes and blah 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 blah. Blah. Have you ever thought of being a bar manager out there?
you know what? I gave it like some thought, but I was just like, I don't know. I just think that everything is made for certain person, whatever. Like, because I have noticed like that some dudes are just sitting there, or other dudes are just passed out, and I don't know. I like I said, I feel like you. I feel like I'm a YouTuber. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, okay.
I
I
think
was just thinking about it because I was like, man, as much as you're around, you kind of have an idea of certain things, and I'm like, well, you might as well, I mean, it would seem to me that if ever you go back and you want to consider staying longer, like you'd be perfect as a bar manager, especially your personality, you drink, and then of course, you can always have your choice of girls because they know you, you know them, and you
yeah,
know, and you would know the network. Matter of fact, do you know Midnight?
yeah.
Right. You
I know
can link up
Midnight.
with Midnight, and Midnight can link you up
Ken.
with
I know
network and
Ken.
all that kind of stuff.
Ken is a good dude. You know Kenny,
If it's who I think you're
light light skinned guy. I believe his name is Kenny.
okay.
Ken. Yeah, he's one of the more favorite managers out there.
Okay.
Um, I don't. You know what? I don't know. I feel like my path is written. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Okay.
Is there, and I feel like this journey. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I said, we talk behind the scenes, and I see your dedication to YouTube and your plans and everything, and
Yeah.
I'm kind of the same way.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's just like once you sign up for this, and you kind of feel like obligated. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
YouTube taking on
Yeah. Yeah.
just like music. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
shit, this is it. I love it.
So speaking of YouTube, let me make this quick announcement to everyone who's listening. And speaking of everyone that's listening, give this video a like. Smash that like button. And by the way, speaking of shameless plug, I am trying to get my butt back to Thailand to start over. So I want to leave England. Okay. And in order for me to do so, all I humbly ask is that you click the link. It's pinned at the top of the chat. If you're in the live right now, or if you're watching the replay, go to the description and click the link for buy me a coffee. It's just £2, and all I basically need is 2,000 people to just buy me a coffee. That's it. And that, my friends, will help cover all of the costs, like the flights, place to stay, to be able to sustain myself for a little bit, and then I can start over. And also, it will help my YouTube channel because I'll be able to make, you know, the kind of content that will help grow the channel.
100%.
Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. I can make content that will help grow the channel, and to be able to do things in a way that I haven't been able to do with this particular channel. Um, and also, in terms of mentally, physically, I'll be in a much, 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 much better space. Okay. Um, so, once again, I encourage you to please click the Buy Me a Coffee link. If you are in the chat right now, the link is pinned to the top of the chat. £2. That's it, just £2. If you're watching the replay, you can click the link is in the description. Buy me a coffee, or if you would like to do PayPal, you can put as much as you want. If you want to put the whole 4,000, put the whole 4,000, and I'll gladly, gladly, gladly do a video dedicated to you putting the whole 4,000. You want to put 2,000, you can put 2,000. If you want to put 100, you could put 100. You want to put 50, you could put 50. You want to put 20, put 20. You
30,000
want to put 10. Hey,
coffees.
it's up to you. But every bit will go towards my goal of getting out of this country. And the sooner I can do that, the better it is for me. And I know everybody watching this video wants to see me win. So if y'all want to see me win, let's make it happen. Come on. I know we can do this. And I've already put it out there in the universe to say, I'm going to make this happen. And I'm going to
Have
make this
you,
happen soon. Right?
as
So,
far as like
anyways,
talking about really quick, 'cause like I said, you can't discuss the situation because of legal
correct.
problem, legal situation.
Right.
So, how close are you to obtaining that goal, and what are some of your other plans to try to get more funding for the trip?
Well, so far, I mean, obviously, I'm uh, still putting out content like normal, but I guess what I'm noticing, which actually has been working in my favor, is to do a live. once a week, and to just keep plugging it that way.
Right.
Um, and obviously, I still plug it in the long form, and I plug it, as much as I can plug it. Um, but the whole idea, is to keep plugging it as many ways as I can until I reach my goal. Once I reach my goal, then I can make the arrangements, and then after that, we just basically take it one step at a time, kind of thing. Um, so that's how I'm working that one. Um, but for those of you who are listening, just like TMI said, I just need to reiterate that you know a lot of you who are asking, well, you got to kind of explain.
Right.
And I guess in fairness, yes, that does make sense. But I've also, did say for legal reasons, that wouldn't be in my best interest to do that. And it's just unfortunate that you're just getting the bottom line. And it sounds like, oh, well, you're just kind of saying that. And it might sound a little scammy. It sounds this, it sounds that. But if you were in my position where you really couldn't disclose certain things because it can hurt you more than it's a benefit,
100%. 100%.
you would really see the value of what I'm talking about. And let me just put it to you this way, right? um um sometimes um sometimes disclosing too much, you know is actually hurting you more than you're thinking. I'm just trying to be honest, kind of thing,
Right.
sometimes. And so sometimes you got to be mindful of what you're disclosing. And sometimes you also need to keep in mind that we're at a time, unfortunately, people are just fucking nosy as heck. And
Yeah.
they will just take shit to the extreme, or they'll just dig up as much as they will dig up and expose you. And and sometimes with the exposing, it can go horribly wrong for you.
I'm gonna drop something heavy on you. You ready?
Yeah,
Say you had $10 million in the bank,
yeah,
and you're doing the show that you're doing now.
yes.
You should still be requesting money because people are watching for free. 100%.
Right,
It's the
right,
truth.
right.
Just because, just because, just because Macy's makes fucking 300 million a year doesn't
Right,
mean, oh, okay, let's stop. Hey, you got Macy's got 300 million a year. No, business doesn't work that way. This is a business. You should be paid.
right,
So regardless of
right,
how much you have, you should
right,
still be telling
right,
them
right,
send you a coffee.
right. And,
Send
and, and
you
let me just
a PayPal.
right, and let me just add to your point, okay? Um, and I addressed this in one of my videos. I said, what's interesting is you have a guy like, let's say, Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos or any one of those, or even Kanye for that matter, right? That will make an announcement and say, um, listen, I need uh, all of you to donate to the Mikey story and top five TMI because these are good people and so forth and so forth. And they might not go into greater detail, but the fact that they're endorsing by saying, look, I just need y'all to donate, and here's why. And I'm going to donate to these guys, because of whatever the feeling is, and blah, 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 blah. Right now, because they're saying it, people will donate, right? And
Well, they should.
and and,
They should.
and no, but check this out. But But the flip side of what I'm also saying, right? Just to be objective, is one could easily think, well, why would you ask me to donate to these guys and you're a billionaire? So why don't you take 1 million of your money and just simply give it to them? And you know, that's all that needs to be said,
hundred
right?
percent.
But again, the fact that they're making an endorsement to say, I need for you all to donate to this,
100%.
you know, we would get people who are just donating just because they said it. And even if, you know, they're, even if Elon is explaining the same exact story by saying, look, for legal reasons, we can't say this and this, but I just need y'all to do this. Trust me, I would get a ton load of donations just because Elon said it, right? But of course, with a person like myself who doesn't have the influence, but yet at the same time, I'm still asking the same way Elon would have asked. And it's going to be different. And I'm not saying I can't get there. It's just, it's going to take time. That's what I'm saying. But, but I just find it interesting how a person like Elon's um, influence can make a greater impact very quickly and say the say the same thing that I'm saying, right? And yet he wouldn't get questioned, and I would get questioned. But it is what it is. So I'm just throwing a thought out there. That's all.
Yeah,
So
like I said, we we should be paid for what we're doing.
yeah, yeah. And
Whether
another thing, I didn't, sorry to interrupt you, but another
no,
thing, just because this also came to mind because we're talking about this. You know, um, I was watching by the way, people shout out to Razor Rays, man. That's a good dude right there. Y'all go subscribe to that brother. Tell him I sent you. Whatever. Anyways, so Razor Rays, right? Um, he did a live talking about. I'm just gonna say, he did a live talking about Jay Rello and and I think the guy was name is New York something. Sorry about that, my friend. If I couldn't remember your name, and I think the other guy's name was Milano. But anyways, but he was. But the point he was talking about with the whole fundraising thing, he was saying that it doesn't matter, you know, whether the opinion is good or bad. He's saying, which was so true, just put it out there and ask. If you don't ask, people don't know.
right, 100%, 100%,
And that's exactly what I'm doing.
right.
So
Just
when I
give the
heard,
damn,
right, so when I,
just
when I,
tell,
when,
just give the damn money. Just give the money. You don't need to know all that. You people don't need to know all that. You don't need to know any of my business. You just give the damn money.
thank you. Thank you. Um, so when he said that, I was like, man, I'm so glad he put it into a really good perspective. Like, should it matter, that if my situation is this, or should it matter about the details? The point is, you know, I'm just going to ask. That's the point that he was making to these YouTubers. Like, you know, don't focus on the people asking, just focus on asking.
Right.
That's it. And that's what I'm doing.
I
And I'm
really
going to
think
keep going.
I
until I
wish
hit
you
my
could find a
goal.
way. I wish you could find a way to hook up a razor in some form of fashion. You know what I'm saying?
Well, what I'll do is this. I'll hook up with him on the back end so that him
Yeah.
and I can have a conversation about it, and then we can try to figure something out. Um, but like I said, as far as my reasonings, I'd rather talk to you about that on the back end,
Right.
um, because I don't want to say certain things,
Yeah.
um, only because I don't want to.
No, I hear.
Uh, I don't want to start no beef. Not that it's necessarily about any beef, but I don't want to put out anything that can be taken the wrong way. Let's put it that way. Okay.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
So I'd rather, we could talk on the back end, and then that way you'll understand where I'm coming from.
I think, like
So
I said, you should definitely, go live longer, especially if you're
yeah,
only going 1 day a week. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. But
I'm
like I said,
serious.
so far,
People interested in, just watching. You know what I'm saying? How many people
yeah,
are watching
yeah,
that?
yeah. Let's see. So far, it's about three, but I'm
Three
grateful for
people.
all three. So
Yeah,
the
no,
three of you,
people sometimes they watch it later. They
yeah,
don't
yeah.
watch
I
it
mean,
all
there,
that.
there, there, there are people. So, and by the way, let me just explain this for anybody who's you know wanting to do lives, just to kind of give you all a bit of a, a, a tip and advice. Okay, um, just keep in mind that when you're doing these lives, you know, sometimes you'll see like these low numbers. It could be one, it could be two, it could be five, it could be 10. And though, you might be thinking, well, that's a low number. But by the time you're finished with the live, what you don't see is the amount of people that are in and out. That's the part you don't see. So when you go into your analytics, and by the time it's done, like you could see, like it could be as much as 300 people that actually watch the live. But this is not 200 to 300 people that watch the live all at once. These are people that were in, they stayed for however long they stayed, they were out, then another person came in, and so forth and so forth and so forth and so forth. And it makes a big difference. Yes, it makes a big difference. Yes. So for those of you that are wanting to do live, just keep in mind that just because you see a low number, it does not mean that you don't have enough people watching. That just means these are people that are watching at that time, and the numbers can fluctuate where it could be two people and it could be five people, but these are people that are coming in and these are people that are going out. And then another people can come in, another can go out. And that's just how it works.
Right.
So,
Yeah. No. No.
and
You
another
definitely
thing I want to add to it is, if you're monetized, believe you me, it works. It works.
you're
Yeah.
monetized, right?
Huh?
You're monetized, right?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
And you get the YouTube check once a month.
Provided I make provided I make enough. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because
Okay.
with
Well,
YouTube, you have to pass
you had that.
the threshold.
Yeah. You have that one video that did great, right? 10,000.
Yeah. 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 I think
That's
it's up to 11 right now.
yeah. That's one thing that's tricky about YouTube, man. You never know what video is gonna take off and just
No,
you know.
Interesting you mentioned that because when I first posted that video, um, like the first couple of days, you know, it barely passed 200, barely. And then after a week, like it went from 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. I was like, what the?
Yeah,
It just started taking a life of its own.
that's
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah. What do you
Or,
you put out about
huh?
3 videos a week, right? 3 videos a week.
Yeah, that seems to be working so far. So maybe I might do four, but so far three seems to be working. And the reason why I do it this way is because, and this just, and I'm just going to speak for myself. This is what works for me. It might work different for everybody. Okay. But what I've noticed is when I do 3 videos a week, um, it works in my favor because, for example, if I put out a video tomorrow, right? By the time I put out the next video, let's just say 2 days after, then the views in between it accumulates.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, so I noticed that formula seems to be working well for me. And like I said, especially, being monetized in that sense, um, I notice that when it's done that way, and then when I look on my analytics, like let's say about a week after, I notice YouTube seems to be, suggesting it a lot more just to see, okay, let's see how many more, people I can get. Or like one time, there's one video where I see in the analytics, it showed my video to 10,000 people, and out of the 10,000 people, uh, it, you know, there was like 3,000 that kind of looked at it, and then like maybe like 20 people clicked on it.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or like for example, another example could be, let's say, oh, and here's a tip for any future YouTubers that are watching this. Like, let's say in the tag section, I put uh, I love ladies. Let's say I put that in the tag section, that phrase, I love ladies,
Yeah.
right? And then in the analytics, it'll show because I put that tag saying I love ladies, it'll show like you had 4%, who typed up looking for that search, and your video came up, and 4% people actually went and watched the video. Yeah.
What made you start a YouTube channel?
So originally, um, originally my purpose was to showcase myself as a musician, um, and so at that time, um, YouTube, was a little bit more open in the sense that you didn't have to have a whole lot of subscribers and watch hours and things like that to get monetized and to get certain things happening. It was a little bit more open back then. Um, and so it was also a great way for me to showcase what it is that I did. And so that's how, I more or less started. Um, but of course, over time when things started happening and YouTube started to change and they went through this and they had to revamp this, blah 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 blah, blah, and and it came a little harder. And then once I started doing all sorts of things on my channel, and then once I started to check out bigger YouTubers, and they would show, okay, this is why this is not working, this is what's working. I was like, oh, okay, no wonder why. And so I had to learn that I had to really niche down, so to speak, on what it is that I'm doing, so that if um, if me being a musician is the subject, then everything that I'm doing has to focus on the subject, so that the people who are interested in that, that's what they came to see, right? Versus if I, you know, uh, vlogged about, I'm just gonna go to the store and pick up some candy and eat this candy and talk about the candy and just talk about my day and nothing to do with me being a musician, or how that even ties into me being a musician, then I'm gonna lose the interest, because they're like, well, we didn't come here for that. We're not interested in that. We're interested in you being a musician. Show us that.
Right.
See what I mean? And then two, from the YouTube perspective, YouTube is like, well, we don't know what to do with this video, because you said you're a musician and not an average everyday lifestyle vlogger. So we don't know what to do with this video. So they're
Right.
confused. So after some time, and this was right around after COVID, that I decided, let me start a second channel showing the personal side of me, rather than showing the musician side of me, so I could show, you know, my life as just average, ordinary person, and how I see things and whatever, and just focus the story on my lifestyle, so to speak. And and then I just was like, all right, well, you know, let me put out a channel based on that, and let me put out something where I can show my life, and however people decide to get something from it, great. Um, and my thing was, if I reach one person, I'm happy. I did my job.
Yeah.
And from that point on, um, believe it or not, it actually opened up a much bigger world than I could have even imagined. Because you know, me doing me being a musician, as a YouTuber, on that sense, um, you have to go about it a little bit differently than being a vlogger lifestyle uh, YouTuber, because um, not everybody is a musician. Versus if you're just showing your day to day life, that's a lot more relatable, you know, as opposed to if I'm showing me being a musician and all the technicalities, not everybody's going to relate to that, because it's like foreign language. Versus if I'm showing you my life and I'm just sitting here when I'm just drinking this coffee and I'm talking about the coffee, everybody can relate to me drinking something. Everybody can relate to, me coming to a place and me talking about that. So that's why I did that.
And what made you go to Thailand?
So um again, during COVID, um I saw a video. I'm trying to think, whose was it? Uh, um I can't remember. All I remember seeing was there was a video of Thailand, and even though I've seen like random videos, um, but this one particular video where someone was showing their life, so I was like, okay, let me click on it. And once I clicked on it, and then I started to watch more, and then of course, the algorithm started to suggest more of that type of content. And there's a guy named Keys One, whose content I love, by the way. I love his content. And I started watching him, and then Zoom to Thailand came up, and then this one came up, and that one, and everybody's content started to come up, and then Chocolate Man, and then this one, and blah 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 blah. And so I started watching more of the content from Thailand. And the more and more I started watching it, the more I was like, okay, this seems like a place that I would love to be at. But of course, from my experience from traveling, over the years is, I mean, I don't just take somebody's word just because they're saying it. Like, no, you got to experience it yourself. That's something I've learned over the years
Right.
as a traveling musician. You know what I mean? Anyways, but like I said, based on what I've seen, um, most of it, or at least all of it, was all positive. So I was like, all right, boom. So, um, like literally, a like literally a day after the restrictions was lifted off, is when I went to Thailand. And when I got there, and just started to walk around and discover and all this other stuff. And within like the third day, I loved it. Loved it. You know, it didn't take long for me to navigate certain things and learn, and or just be open. It really didn't take long. And so after that first time, um I loved it so much. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go back and stay a month, and at least this will let me know, can I see myself living here? It was a no-brainer when I went back the second time.
Right.
And then the third time, after I came back, literally my feeling was like, why am I back in London? Like, you know, it was like the feeling of, why am I here? I mean, in other words, there was nothing else holding me. There was nothing else left. There was just simply nothing to inspire, nothing. Even from the YouTube point of view, I mean, um, you know, the channel just wasn't going anywhere. Even when I posted London stuff, the minute I post stuff about Thailand, boom, boom. You know, even if I go on and look at my analytics, even to this day, I still get people watching old videos. You know, I get people who are watching videos about certain subjects. Like, let's say I stayed at a hotel and I vlog my experience, or I still even get people who watch the time that I went to, the pool party, at the sauna bar, and and you see all kinds of whatever happening, and all the chicks and the people and blah blah blah. I still get that video viewed to this day. Or Dante's bar, the Golden Tiger bar, the I still get people who view, uh, you know, my the time that I went to this one. There's a park. Um, oh God, I can't remember the name of this park. But anyways, it's basically just a theme park. I still get people who view that.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But the idea is that um, YouTube, Thailand, believe it or not, is one of the top 10, or if not top 20 um, places that gets looked up a lot, a lot. So once you put Thailand in your tag, in your description, in your video, yeah, it'll get viewed. Yeah,
That's great.
yeah. So, um, so after when I got back to London, it was like, why am I here? And it was like, all right, well, um, the answer is I need to go back. So when my mom passed uh, in December 11th, 2022, right after, she was cremated, blah, 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 blah. I was like, you know what? I need to get going. And I got going. And I stayed in Thailand for about a year and almost 3 months. And then, I had to come back to London to deal with the situation. And I've been here since. And, but of course, because of the situation, that diverted, why I didn't go back to Thailand. But the whole idea now is to move forward, and I just have to start over. And once again, I'm humbly asking everyone, just donate £2 to my Buy Me a Coffee. Okay. Uh, for those of you that are in the chat, the link is pinned to the top of the chat. All right. If you want to do PayPal, you know, the link is in the description. Just go there and you'll see the link and click it. And whatever amount you want to donate, it could be 5, 10, 15, 20, 100, 2,000, or the whole 4,000 that will get me out of here like that. I would love you. Do a video about it, and let's make this happen. And this is all for a good cause. You know what I mean? So let's make it happen. So yeah. So once again, for everybody that's watching this video, smash the like button. Just smash it, smash it, smash it. And if you got something to say it in the comments. Let's get a conversation going. I got my brother here with me, top TMI. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, but so let me ask you this: like
Sure.
if you had to pick between Thailand and Sasua as a home base, even if you're going to travel back and forth, which one would you pick, and why that country?
You mean if I had to pick one? You're saying
Yes.
which one would I live in? Definitely Thailand, 100%. Thailand,
Okay.
for my golden years, definitely going to be 100%. Full time
Okay.
there.
Okay.
DR is more or less like a business transaction. Like more of my fans want to see me in DR,
Got it.
and
So
people
here's my
pay
uh-huh.
for me to be here. You know what I'm saying? So not pay as much as they should, but there are more blessings that come from subscribers when I'm in Sasua or Dominican Republic.
So How come is it that you don't get the same in Thailand per se, or is it the fact that your original content from Susua kind of like is based off of that, and that's kind of like the starting point of why things are growing, and that's why you do it, versus if your starting point was Thailand, then it
Yeah.
probably would have grown from there.
Well, I didn't know. Like I said, if it wasn't for these other YouTubers that were going, I still would have never went. No one
Right,
could have
right,
made me believe I said harsh and cruel, terrible things about the Thai culture, the people. I didn't know,
right.
and even it took me a little while. It took me about 2.5 weeks to really like get acclimated in the place.
Mm.
But I'm glad I went, and not right now can I live in Thailand full time, but the same kind of things that I'm doing in DR, Dominican
Mm-hmm.
Republic, Sasua, I'll be doing in Thailand.
Right.
So, if, like they were saying, if you build it, they will come, or whatever,
Yeah.
from Fields of Dreams. So,
Right.
because when you're out there, you see a lot of
Mm-hmm.
brothers. You don't see
Yeah.
them like
Yeah.
you would see them out here.
Of course. Of course. Of course. Of
I know it's
course.
coming, and it's definitely got grown since I would say the last couple of years with all of us going out there, Zoom to Thailand, everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because there's different YouTubers have different subscribers. You know what I'm trying to say? So we're all of us giving a helping hand, negative or positive. They're drawing interest from this. This
Mm-hmm.
this place, this place that we love called Pattaya. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I'm
Right.
not a nature guy. I'm not a guy that's gonna go look at the waterfall. I don't want to see the golden goldfishes of
Right.
whatever. I just want to live and just get right down to the women, baby. Just
No,
right.
no. Listen, listen, and let me just say this quickly that you obviously know what your lane is, right?
Right.
And as you say, if your lane is, hey, I'm all about being that guy who is, you know, about the women and about this and about that, then you show exactly that because that's exactly who you are.
What I'm saying.
And to be quite honest, that's what we come to see anyways.
Right. Yeah. 100%. And the fact
Right?
that you're saying that, it means a lot. You know what I'm saying?
But it's the
The fact
truth.
that it is the truth. They travel for women.
Well, yeah, but the point I'm trying to make is for me, that's not my lane, right?
Right.
I'm pretty sure I can do videos about it, but that's not exactly my lane. My lane is more about, you know, me showing, life on a day-to-day basis. You know what I'm saying? And that's what works for me,
Right.
right? So whether it be me showing you I'm at this coffee shop and what's the experience and yada 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 yada, or if I'm showing you a business, or whether I meet up with you in person and I'm doing this talk slash interview, you know, that's what people come to see. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, yeah, I could have women and all that stuff, but the majority of my
Damn, baby.
content, it's not based on that. So it's no point me trying to do something that I'm not. No point. Now,
We all got our
now,
own way.
now it doesn't mean I can't pivot and say, hey, you know what? I'm just gonna go in this lane instead. It just means that if I do go in that lane, then the very people who come to see me do the content that I do, you know, might dig it, might fall off.
Right. No, we all got our own style, our own method. That's the purpose of this whole YouTube business. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, yes, yes,
And
yes,
some do it better than others. You know what I'm saying?
yes. Yeah. Okay, I'll give you example, right? Like, um, shout out to this guy, Hilltop Travels, by the way. So, Hilltop Travels, okay. This guy, I find his videos very, very, very entertaining. By the way, shout out to you, Hilltop Travels, man. That's he's cool people. He's cool people. Anyways, he and I speak once in a while, you know. But anyways, and I'm in his WhatsApp group. But anyways, like Hilltop will do these videos of him walking up to all kinds of women, you know, and just trying to be like, "Hey, baby, you're looking good," and you know, and just like that kind of stuff, and you know, and he's very entertaining. He's very entertaining when he does it, right? And this guy gets all sorts of views for it, but the rest of his other videos, you know, if he's showing you a certain experience, it's kind of hit or miss. But when he does these videos talking to all these type of chicks and just shooting the shit and just trying to, you know, say sweet nothings and flirt and all that stuff, his videos, you know, yeah, gets the views.
Right.
You know, that's his shit. You know what I'm saying? That's his lane. And he's
Yeah.
and because that's his lane, people love to see when he does it. Shout out to Hilltop, man.
That woman that you were seeing, do you still speak to her? The woman that you flew to, I think. Um, what the hell's her? Yeah. The woman that you were with, I think you went on a trip with her in Thailand. The pretty woman. Remember the woman that you was? Look, God damn it! Look how many women he got. He can't remember who the hell I'm talking about.
Well,
Samantha? No. Tammy? No. Janine? No. Sarah? No. Tanisha? No, not
hey,
Tanisha.
what's the Ronin joke we have? Which one?
Which one? Yeah, which one? Hilarious. You know what, Mike? All I want is like six, and I could just, I would feel so comfortable with my six. Six. What man can say that in the states? Like six. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go see three today.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna see four today.
All right, so all right, so in my video, there's only one woman who we've done like a couple of trips on, and yes, we still speak. Yeah, she's an ex girlfriend, but yes, we do speak. Yeah, yeah.
They're all exes, aren't they?
Basically. Oh
Because
God.
the best part is the rekindling part. You know
Right,
what I mean?
right, 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 right.
Oh my God! You know what? Even the bad times with him are good. I swear. Even the
Yes,
bad times are good with him.
you know, it's funny you mentioned that because you now have me thinking, you know, even with what would be considered a bad time, really wasn't all that bad. Now that I think
100%.
about it, now that I think about it, now that I think really wasn't all that bad. Wow, I just realized what you said.
Yeah, I
Huh,
propose at least once a week.
huh.
I'm just a proposer, man. I propose. I'm weak. I just propose. Like, marry me, baby. You know? God damn it. Ah, ah. And they don't. You know what? When you're hitting climax, they don't stop. Like, God damn it.
Right, 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 right,
Oh God. I feel like I'm being electrocuted. It's like, ah,
right.
you're trying to kill me. Oh God. I was like, baby, God
Oh
damn it.
my
Like, I
God.
got this
Yes.
one that I never been with, and we talk quite frequently, whatever, and they're asking,
Right, 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 right.
well, this is what I tell people, man. It's like you can accept the terms and conditions of some of these women, like you were talking about with the
Yes,
Kanye
yes,
situation.
yes, yes.
Because how can I put it? Well, I accept their situation and what they're doing,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know. It's kind of like instant girlfriends. I like to call it like instant oatmeal,
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
instant.
yeah, 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 yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I leave it like up to them how far we could go. You know what I'm
Right,
trying to say?
right, right.
That's why I said it's like, but it's not just that one oatmeal. It's like apple and cinnamon. Then it's like, hey, hot cocoa oatmeal. And it's like chocolate oatmeal. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? I never thought I'd be like that in my life to where I'm like, I'm with a woman talking about furthering a situation or
Mm-hmm.
relationship,
Mm-hmm.
but
Mm-hmm.
with multiple women. This shit is fucking
Mm-hmm.
crazy.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like this one
Right,
girl, she
right,
was
right,
she was crying
right.
she was crying at on Beach Road at the
Mm-hmm.
McDonald's because I was going out. She said,
Wow.
I just got over this cold. We've been together a long time. Listen, I gave this woman my debit card. That's how under the weather I
Woo.
was. I said, here, go to the store, get what we need, and bring it back. I checked everything.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was there. Everything, the money was there. Everything was there. I said, I really appreciate you. Here's some money. Here's a little extra money. Give me like a day or two, and we'll get back together. Oh my God, it was just you would think we were married for like 50 years. Like, what is this about? And
Yep.
people are looking and shit, and I'm like, but like there was like a split second. I was like annoyed for like maybe 20 seconds. But then
Right.
I said to myself, this is great. I didn't have a woman cry like this over me in the States.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
And then I couldn't understand what she was saying. And then another girl that knew it came over and she's looking at me like, what did I do? Like, I'm just standing here. What do you mean, what did
Mm.
I do? I was like, we're in front of McDonald's. What did I do? I was like, baby, all I'm saying is just give me a day or two. And then we get back. Oh, you go to Soy Six, you stay there. I said, listen, baby, you were with me for 7 days. 7 days. Oh, I see your phone and your phone go. I was like, this is great. It's like you looked
Right,
at your phone. Loved it. I'm sorry.
right, right, right.
She never took me back
Wow.
neither, boy. She never took me back. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
she said she'll come over. We'll get together. But as far as a relationship, I said that's cool. I was like, you placed that fucking relationship. You dated me. I didn't even know what the hell you were talking about. I
Right.
said I can't even understand you, let alone what the hell this term
Wow.
we
Wow.
came up with. But I always treat it like I said. I'm never like rude. I mean, I'm rude, but I'm not like unge- ungentlemanlike. Put it that way. You
Right,
know.
right, right, right. Wow.
I think
That's
you want to cook. One of my rules was I hated to say it, but I can't stand seafood. I can't stand the smell of it. But
mm-hmm.
she was just so determined to cook.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
I said, you know what? You've been so good to me. Go ahead and cook.
right.
Go, cook to your heart's content. You go out buy the food.
Right, right.
Go do what you got to do. But it's just like she wanted so much out of me in such a short period of time. I was like, what is it exactly that you want? I was like, you
Right,
don't want me to go to Soy Six tonight? I
right.
said, tomorrow
Mm-hmm,
night I won't go.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Wasn't enough for her, man.
mm-hmm. Oh
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? But they get attached quick. That's what people don't
yes,
understand. Like they claim you. Like,
yeah,
damn.
yeah.
Like, where are you
Well,
going? Like, what do
well,
you mean, where am I going?
right.
I
Well, in
haven't
a
heard that since
way,
my mother. Where am I
right.
going?
Well, in a way, um, if you can appreciate it by think of it like with Thai women, when they're into you, they don't like to waste time trying to figure out, well, let me take another 2, 3, 4, 5 months to figure out if I like you, I don't like you, I don't want to be with you. No, they don't like to waste time. Like they want to know, you know, in the most shortest period of time if they're gonna be with you, if they're not gonna be with you. If they're gonna be with you, they give you everything off the
Right.
top, off
Yeah.
the top. That's it.
Quick.
You know, and they don't
Quick.
give you anything less. That's how
Right.
they are, um, which I can appreciate. Right? If they don't want to be with you, at least they're kind enough to say, you're not the person. I wish you the best. Blah 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 blah, blah, and they move on.
Right.
They don't make you feel bad. They don't know. They just let you know you're not the person, and it's okay. And if they want to be your friend, they'll that's one thing. If they really are about being your friend, they will stay in touch.
They
If
all stay in touch. Yeah.
if they are not trying to be your friend, nope. You know, they ain't trying to be your friend. It's more like, okay, if you see them, hey, how you doing? And you keep it pushing. That's it.
Right.
Even some, if they're not trying to be your friend and you're just strangers, you walk past each other, that's it.
Yeah. There was
It's
some that I was with where it was just like I was with him for like one night or 2 nights. It's like, I don't know if I really like this one. You know what
hmm
I'm saying? So I was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna switch out and get another one. And then, it's just like there's so many. I don't have to tell you. There's so many. It's like, how could you like what little I've met that had trouble meeting women out there, but I was like, God damn.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like there's
yeah.
one chick I kind of got hung up on. I liked her a lot. And I think like that feeling of missing her was like a day. Like, well, time to go shopping again. Like, let me go out there.
Right.
It was just like
Oh god.
it's just like you take it out, plug and play. You know what I mean? It was
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
up, up, let me get another one.
yeah. It's
Just
all
like that.
good.
It's just like, I like Cocoa Puffs now. I want fruit. It was just like, but I'm amazed because the last time I went, before that time, it took me like close to 11 months to get back out there, and it just hurt. I mean, it hurt. It hurt bad. I mean, when I landed the second time,
Yeah.
I was fucking like emotional. I couldn't believe it. I was sitting in the parking lot of the airport waiting for the taxi to come around, and I had to get myself together. I was like, I didn't think I would get back here.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I'm pretty
Right,
sure you're
right.
gonna have an emotional moment
Oh
yourself in
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah,
parking
yeah,
lot.
yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I would love to be there. If I get there before you and you're coming, I gotta be there at the airport.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah,
I
yeah.
gotta be there at the airport. We're gonna celebrate like the Redskins in the Super Bowl in '85.
Hey, dude, I'm gonna hold you to it. I'm gonna hold you to it.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
hold
pull
you
up in a van full of women, just like 12 in the car.
I'm gonna hold you to it.
Just
Oh
gonna
my
celebrate.
god.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right, right,
ooh,
right,
you know what I'm
right.
saying? Like, because
But
all I'm saying for you is you just have to get there. That's it.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Who
Absolutely.
cares about anything else?
Yeah, absolutely.
All
Well,
you gotta do is get there.
yeah. Well, people, I'm gonna go ahead and land this plane. But TMI, just stay with me, okay? Just stay with me. So I'm gonna go ahead and land this plane. Once again, I just want to say to everyone, thank you for coming to my live. Thank you for listening. Thank you for those of you who have not subscribed. You've subscribed to the channel. Share, like, leave a comment, and watch the videos. Okay, and as well as again, shameless plug. Please, I ask humbly to donate to my cause of leaving England, going back to Thailand, start over for a much better life. So go to the Buy Me a Coffee or go to my PayPal link. It's all in the description. Okay, go right there in the description. Just click those links. Donate whatever amount that's in your heart, in your mind. You can donate as much as thousands. You can donate as much as hundreds. You could donate as much as 50, or just simply $2 or £2
Give them
or
the damn money.
whatever.
Just give them
Yeah,
the damn money.
there you
Just
go.
give
There you
the
go.
damn money.
There you go. There
So
you
they
go.
don't contemplate anything. Don't second
There you
guess. Just
go.
give the damn money.
There you go. Thank you so much.
That's
And
all it
on
is.
yes, and on that note, I am just going to say, see ya. And I always say at the end of my videos, booyah.